stone every time it crashes.
So we're going to deploy a bunch of the characters back here.
That's gonna...
Out of line of sight, so it's the Shadow Seer, the Solitaire and the Death Jester.
That's just really inconvenient. I have to go like there to even see them, and I don't have anything that would shoot them in that range, and there's like a rocket on it.
My 3 boats, they're just down here off camera, which they won't be for too much longer. Well, I'm going to move them very rapidly. And the convenient part about this is that I can put a couple of my units out of camera view, so I don't forget that they're there.
Ow!
We're actually playing in the living room, which is why Lachlan just banged his foot.
Got like a flag behind me.
So, I'm actually deployed, Lachlan.
Yeah?
Yep. So no more than 12 inches on, because we are playing Dawn of War. Sure.
There was another one outside that underneath.
No, that's okay, it's one up there.
So, I can just, yeah, there's an interest. 1F.
Alright. I know this. Just remember to wash all the hands, Minnie's hands after the game. Hopefully you guys can actually hear us. I'm assuming you can. The computer says you can, so if you can, if someone wants to comment that you can hear us through the mics. As I said in the other broadcast before it crashed on me, this is a new camera, which is probably why it crashed on me. So hopefully you guys can hear what we're saying. Well, he's already the Warlord. Now, did you pick a Warlord trait?
I think it's the one I used last time.
Which one was that one?
I forgot.
What, Agatone? No, Agatone wasn't your Warlord last time.
No, he wasn't. It was the chaplain.
Well, what was his Warlord trait? Do you remember?
Probably got it written down somewhere, but I don't.
We'll have a look in your codex once you finish setting up. Finish setting up first.
He can.
My Warlord trait on my Troop Master is the Midnight Sorrow specific one, which basically means 6s to hit generate 2 hits instead of 1 in close combat. My Shadow Seer's powers are Twilight Pathways and Shards of Light are the 2 psychic powers that she has.
Wait a minute.
Awesome, thanks very much, guys. Yes, they can hear us. My Warlord, my Troop Master with the is going to spend 2 CP at the start of the game to become a Great Harlequin, because I never do it, so I figured I'd try it.
And what?
A Great Harlequin, so he gets reroll 1s to hit and rerolls to wound for everyone within 6. And he's also going to get the Storied Sword as my 1 relic.
It's not going to be so great when he dies.
Well, let's hope he doesn't.
Kill him.
While you're deploying, I'm actually just going to have a quick look up and you'll see if I can find your Warlord trait for you.
Thank you, because I've forgotten it.
Now this mission is cumulative scoring.
Oh, I was thinking of Chapter Master, not Warlord. But yeah, I'm going to make him the Warlord.
So you wanted, it was a Salamander specific one, wasn't it?
I believe so, yes. Might have been.
There's, so it's the +2 toughness was the one you took last time on the,
yes.
But that was a Gravis Captain, made him toughness 7.
So I'll put it on the Dreadnought maybe?
Dreadnought can't because he's not a character.
Oh yeah.
Um,
no, that's not what
Look, there's +2 strength and +2 toughness are the 2 really probably the ones you want the most. The rest of them are okay. There's one here once per shooting phase and or once per fight phase. When resolving an attack, you can hit automatically.
I might add toughness to the Apothecary because I don't want him to die.
That makes him the Warlord though.
Oh, and then you try to slay the Warlord by killing him, so...
And that's fine, that's just a risk that you'll take. So...
No, you're going to aim for him, aren't you?
Well, I'm always going to try and kill him. He's a new model, he has to die first. That's just the way the game works. Everyone watching this will attest to the fact that new model, like if it's a freshly painted model, it dies immediately.
With the Dreadnought when I
you
first
did.
painted
You put it on the table and I blew it away turn 1.
It wasn't turn 1, it was turn 2.
What's turn 2? It still died.
It did.
So what do you want to do with your Warlord trait?
I think I'm going to give it to the Apothecary.
So he's going to be toughness 6 now.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good. So yeah, my Troop Master, his Warlord trait specifically is called, where is it? Nemesis of the Damned. Each hit roll of a 6, my Warlord has in the fight phase scores 2 hits instead of 1. You're not Chaos, so I don't get the second part of the benefit.
Okay.
And my Relic to Storage Sword is, in his hand, Strength 4, Neg 3, D3 with reroll failed to wound. So it's a fancy power sword, basically. Are they 12 inches?
They are, I checked.
Okay, cool. If you guys have any suggestions in Lachlan's turn for stratagems that he needs to play, by all means post them in the comments. We can see the screen from where we are.
I can if I move like this.
So by all means sing out, because I'm not a Space Marines player. This is about his 4th or 5th game, I believe.
4th, no, 5th.
So we're still both kind of fumbling through the nuances of Space Marines. The Midnight Sorrow is the master I took, which is when I fall back, I can essentially I can advance and fall back, and I consolidate 6 inches instead of 3. Because I haven't tried this one in a long time, so we're going to put it on the table and see what happens. I'm going first. Would you like to try and seize the initiative?
Which one? That one?
No, to go first. You can try and go first. You can shake at this point, but because of the whole Corona thing, it's not going to happen. So good luck. It's only that we live together, you know. Roll a dice, and if you go 6, you go first. If you want to. If you don't want to go first, don't roll it. It's up to you.
I'll try it.
Okay. No. Okay. Tape measure?
So you won't shake my hand, you take the tape measure.
Absolutely. Alright. It's good to actually be back on the table and playing again. We'll have to go bigger. You've got...
Oh my god!
Just stood on a dog.
That was loud.
No, this is a good way to get you used to it, and then we'll amp up the points as the days go on. That way everyone can watch your army get bigger. Because you do have more painted.
It's got a base, some of them.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the main problem I've got at the moment.
Well, that's it. We want to make sure that we're giving you painted armies. So, all right. So 16 inches. The Void Weaver's going to move.
Oh, you're going to shoot me with them, aren't you?
Well, the problem I've got is I don't think I'm going to be in range turn 1, which is a bit awkward.
My guys are on the roof.
16 inches puts me to there.
I'm not sure how they're going to get down.
Oh, I didn't even see them. Cool, I'll shoot them instead.
I shouldn't have told you about my roof, boys.
So I'll move the Void Weaver to there. So he does have a squad of guys just here, which we're going to have a crack at in a moment.
I deployed them when you didn't notice.
No, I did not. No, I did not notice. I will admit that.
Well, one second. I'm going to check the range on some stuff. So,
I'm going to advance this vehicle. So he's going to move 22.
Oh, that's good. Okay. How big is the board? How many inches?
Across? So it's 72 long by 48 across.
Inches?
Yes.
Okay.
Most of your guns will be in range.
Because they're 24 inches, aren't they?
So the bolt rifles are 30.
Oh, that's good. And the heavy onslaught Gatling cannon is
It's 30 or 36, I forget.
It's 30, I just checked. Wait, now you're making me check again.
Doesn't matter at the moment.
No, it doesn't, but... It's 30. Dang it.
Alright.
I'm paranoid that I've checked something.
So at the end of my movement phase, I'm spending 1 command point.
On what?
It's called Hero's Path. So it lets me select a Solitaire, a Death Jester, and a Shadow Seer that are within 6 inches of each other, which I have. And it lets me redeploy them anywhere more than 9 inches away from you.
Oh, you're going for my roof boys.
So they're all just going to...
And you've put them where there's no roof for them to stand up.
Make sure there's no line of sight to them.
I'm just going to run up there and just
If you're alive.
aim over the edge.
If you're alive.
How are they going to shoot me if there's no line of sight?
There's all of this to shoot you. Okay. So, Psychic Phase. The Shadow Seer is going to cast Twilight Pathways on the Solitaire. Goes off on a 10, you've got no way of denying it. Lets him move again. For 3.
On the what?
That just lets him move.
Yeah, but what are you casting on?
On the Solitaire. So I'm just trying to decide
And nice cloak.
Whether I'm going to be able to get over there and try and do an assassination run, I don't think I'm going to be able to,
Are
sadly.
you sure that's a good idea? If he runs over there, I'm just going to punch him in the face with a dreadnought.
Yeah, but if I can get that apothecary first,
Oh, then you'll be able to slay the warlord.
I'm going to do...
Wait, did you change the command points for the warlord?
No, you get warlord trait for free.
Oh.
You always get one.
I was thinking of chapter master.
Yeah. Solitaire, he's going to advance... No, okay, I'm not going to try that then. With his advanced move, he's going to just lurk where he is.
Cheeky.
If I'd rolled a 5 or a 6, I would have tried that assassin run then. And if I'd blitzed in the movement phase, I would have tried that assassin run then as well. But don't need to at the moment, so that's okay. Shards of Light I can't do anything with. Smite I can't see, so that's Psychic phase done and dusted. Shooting phase. Shuriken cannons.
Oh, not my roof boys.
So we're going to start on this Starweaver at the Intercessor Sword.
I should have
3s.
brought the librarian.
6 hits. Toughness 4 on a Space Marine. So what's that to wound? Strength 6, toughness 4.
Oh, that's 4 to wound.
No, try again. Strength 6, toughness 4. I'm higher than you.
Oh, it's 3. It's 2 to wound.
3s, because I'm not double.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay,
instantly on it.
so the 1 fails. The 2 6s are at -3, and the others are at normal armour. You are in cover, so they're going to be 2s, and then those are going to be at -3, so they'll be 5s.
These are 2s, those are 5s.
Yep. So all of the normal armour passes. These are 5 pluses. Pass 1, fail 1. So someone takes a wound.
I'm going to do it on not the sergeant, so it's going to be this. Oh, you've got some
I'm going to say those separate dice, so we're just going to chuck in
that guy.
these on the 1 and just put it in the middle there because someone's taken a wound. Second vehicle, same,
One is my roof boy. Oh, you're going to kill them all!
second vehicle, same target.
Not my roof boys.
That's a miss. That doesn't wound, so 3 normal at 2+, and then 1 at 5+. Pass, pass, pass. Okay, so now I kill 1 because he takes a
Oh,
wound.
you killed my cool pointy boy.
Alright.
Not my cool all-spec sergeant.
Third
I'm
vehicle.
going to put him over here because he's dead. No, that's going to fall off.
Just put him at the far end there, out of the way. Alright, Void Weaver. At them. Shuriken cannons first.
Oh, they're... I'm taking out that shit.
3s. Okay, so 1 normal and 2 at -3. So 2's on the first dice, because you're in cover. Takes a wound, and these are 5s.
This one dude is about to just
I'd say he's about to
explode.
die, yeah. With a bit of luck. No, he's just taken a wound.
Oh, yeah, no. I was about to take it off and then put it back again.
That's alright.
And he's dead.
Fails both, so we keep that wound there because someone else takes another wound.
This was like my nice squad as well. These were like the best painted squad.
Now the prismatic cannon fires, which is the main gun.
Oh,
there.
you just... My poor boys on the roof.
I'm going to fire it on the middle profile, I believe is the one I want to fire.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it has 3 fire modes, and I have to pick which one it is. So it either fires on dispersed, focused, or lance. I'm picking focused. So it fires D3 shots. That's not flat. It's 2 shots. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits.
Oh.
It is strength 6, so it's wounding on 3s. So it's 1 wound. It's -3, so it's going to be, you're normally 3 up armour, +1 for being covered, -3 means you're back to 5s again. So it's a 5+ save.
That can't be that hard.
Fails. It's D3 damage, so it doesn't matter, it just kills 1 dude because he's already wounded.
Alright. No, this was like supposed to be this tactical thing where you wouldn't notice them, and I said, look at my guys on the roof, and then you saw them, and now it's not. My plan's failed.
Ben asks, do you guys do wounds taken off the model or wounds remaining? I tend to count wounds remaining for most of my stuff because I have 6 or less wounds. For the Dreadnought, I've actually got a wound counter here. If and when it starts taking damage, we'll count that down.
What do you mean if? You're going to
Well,
shoot it?
if I'm going to be while attacking it. It's not a lot of point for me to attack it at the moment.
Alright.
Shot, shot, shot. Can't shoot because it can't see anything. Can't shoot because it can't see anything. He's out of range.
Those guys haven't been deployed yet.
No, they're all embarked. They're out of shot, so that's fine.
Is that why they're...
Yeah, so you can see there's a squad, and a squad. Which squads are in which.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's why I don't put the gunners on these vehicles. It's so I can actually put a model from a squad in each of them so I know who's been embarked and who's not embarked.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's the end of my turn 1.
Did I tell you I like the colour shift?
Thank you.
Good.
Morale is the last thing you've got to do.
Oh no.
You are a space marine, so the chances of you losing this. So what's their leadership on the sergeant?
Leadership. 1 second, I just gotta find it.
Intercessors.
Oh, there it is.
What's his LD? Up the top in the profile.
Oh yeah, I see it. The sergeant is an 8 and the regular one is 7.
So leadership 8. So you need to roll. If you roll a 6, adding 3 for the casualties you've taken means you'll lose 1 dude.
So if I roll a 6.
And because you've got they shall know no fear, you can re-roll the dice anyway. Now you re-roll it because you don't want to lose dude.
The first time,
It's about
I guess,
the first 6
the
you
first
roll.
6 in the game.
That's 5, so 5 plus 3 is 8. So you're all good.
Okay, good.
Your turn.
I know, no, yeah.
Might just move that out of the way now.
Can I
Right over
run
there.
a tape measure for a moment?
Sure.
Thank you, I just gotta check something.
So if you guys have any suggestions for Lachlan in terms of stratagems, by all means, jump in, give a shout out. I'm still relatively new to Space Marines, I don't play them. Lachlan's, like I said earlier, is about his 5th game, so if you've got any suggestions on stratagems, by all means, let us know.
Okay.
Do you need to move them is the important question. I'm also going to score 1 victory point, because I hold that objective.
That's why I should move them. What
I
can
do miss
happen?
out on first strike though, because
Can
I
I
didn't
get
kill
it?
anything in the first turn.
Alright. I'm pretty much gonna not do much movement. Oh, that was an awful sentence. I'm not doing much movement except for these guys. And I'm not gonna move that.
Well, the question is it worth sacrificing them to get a point at the end of your movement phase?
Absolutely. They can move.
They move 6,
Yep.
so it's 3 inches down from the height that they're at. They move within 3. That's within 6, sorry. Sorry, within 6.
Oh, so they're...
So you might actually be scoring that anyway. Yep, you'll be scoring that where you are.
Nice. So I'm gonna move these guys.
It's 6 from the centre. No, it's 3. What am I talking about? It
I
is
don't
3.
know, you keep...
I'm just having a moment. Yeah, you're gonna have to move. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm confused. Do something else.
Okay, I'm gonna move these guys.
This is the new chapter approved, and I'm second guessing myself because it is the new chapter approved missions. Because I don't know what they've changed and what they haven't changed on me.
These guys are gonna start there, but I'll split them down. Hey, 2 objectives, nice.
No, it is within 3. That's what I thought. Jesus.
That was like
It's a 6. It's because I've been working on the 6-inch
whole
diameter.
thing.
Well, it's because the 6-inch diameter ones that I've been working on. So they're a round disc that are 6 inches, and as long as you're on the disc, you score it. So instead of it being like this, it's a 6-inch, like made of neoprene, like the mat. So you can just put it on the table, and if your model's on it, you're in range, because you have to measure from the centre.
Also, these guys are within.
As long as one
3
model
of-
is within 3.
Yeah, they're my cool power fist boy, at least.
Okay.
I shall
From the
make-
centre of that, because that looks. Part of his base has to be within 3. So you might need
This guy.
to nudge him a touch. As long as you say he's within 3, that's cool.
Here.
Okay. Anyone else moving? Now we're going to be a little bit lenient here because you did forget to roll for your litanies, which is done at the start of my turn. It's done at the start of each battle round. So you have to pick a friendly unit. This is it's called something focus. I forget what it was called now.
Litany of focus, probably.
No, it's recitation of focus. I think is what it's actually called.
That sounds about
So you pick a friendly unit, and on a 3+ they get +1 to hit. Now normally I'd say Hellblasters because it stops them dying on a 1. If you choose to overcharge.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that for the Hellblaster boys.
Okay. So we'll have to try and remember it at the start of my turn.
I
So on
will.
a 3+ it
Well, we
works.
remembered it the last time of the last.
Yep. Roll it so it's flat.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So they get +1 to hit.
That's nice. No, if I move the Dreadnought,
He's going to take -1 to hit,
yeah.
but that's
So
okay.
I'm not gonna move the Dreadnought.
Well, what's his range? Because at the moment, I'm assuming it's only going to be the Gatling cannon that's in range.
Yeah, he's only the Gatling cannons in range, and it's.
So it's not actually in range because it's got to be to my base.
Oh, he's got mini base.
Yeah, so these vehicles measure to the base.
I shall move him then. What was his movement?
I believe the Redemptor moves 8.
Yep, and when he's on...
When he's bracketed, he drops. Yeah.
So, why am I going all the way?
Cool.
And he's definitely in range now.
He is. But more importantly, he's going to start threatening me in later turns, which is important because if he draws fire away from your Space Marines, that's a good thing.
Another question is, are the Hellblasters in range?
They're 30 from memory.
Yes, they are. I just checked.
With their rifles. Because these are just the plasma incinerators now.
Okay, yeah, they're in range.
Yep.
Then I'm probably not going to move them.
It's up to you.
No, because then they don't take.
Well, they're not going to take penalties anyway because they're not heavy weapons, so they can move quite freely. And that's something to remember with all of your like with your intercessor squads and your characters. There's no loss to them moving most of the time. So keeping them moving and supporting their whole army is really important.
Mm.
But then again, you also don't want to get too close to a Harlequin army.
Yeah, because they'll just like
they're punchy, stabby ninjas.
Start Dan. You know that thing you do in video games where you like crouch once you kill? They'll just do that.
Come on, are they moving?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave those guys where they are.
Okay, what about the intercessors and the chaplain? Everyone staying where they are?
Yeah.
Okay. You got no psychic phase, so straight to shooting phase. What's happening away?
Alright, I'm gonna shoot with these two guys.
Yep, at what?
Probably one of those things, but the black one, because it hurt them a lot.
Okay.
So they have 30 range, correct?
Yes, they do, and if they're within 15 of the base, then they get to rapid fire.
They aren't.
Now, you're also in Devastator Doctrine at the moment, because that's a thing that Space Marines get. So all of your heavy weapons, so your heavy onslaught Gatling cannon is a heavy weapon, it'll be getting an additional -1 to its AP. Just makes it better at getting through armour. Oh look, I don't care about armour because I'm in vulnerable states. So, so what do you?
So this means nothing.
It doesn't mean much, no. So what are you shooting at?
That thing.
The Void Weaver?
Yes,
Cool.
thank
So
you. I forgot its name.
Two bolt rifles. I'm -1 to hit because I'm a Harlequin.
So that means.
I think the Mirage launches is what's giving me -1.
Oh, I'm on the wrong page.
So the intercessors normally hit on 3s.
Because they have a ballistic skill of
3+. So they're now only hitting on 4s.
And I've got two guys, which.
Go on.
Because you killed the rest.
I did.
I need to reroll this.
Yeah, it's not flat reroll.
I got at least one hit though.
2 hits.
Oh, that's nice.
Strength 4 and a bolt rifle. My toughness is 5.
Alright, so it's forced to hit. No, forced to wound.
No.
It's not.
5's to wound because my toughness is higher than
Oh
your
yeah,
strength.
I was thinking of 3s and 2s.
No.
Never mind.
So you're wounding me on 5s. So 1 wound goes through. I have a 4+ invulnerable save because I'm a Harlequin. I save it.
Dang.
I don't know if you guys can actually see what the dice are rolling at that point. I think you can just see it. The camera resolution on this camera is much better than the other one, so
That's 5.
it is a 5. So that's saved.
We'll just have to save.
Move on. What's shooting next?
Alright, I'm gonna shoot this big boy
Yep.
at that.
Now that one. How many shots is the onslaught Gatling up?
I believe it's let me check. Heavy onslaught Gatling cannon, heavy 12.
Alright, there you go. Now, you're going to be -1.
Is there like somewhere I can roll these where they won't scatter? Maybe like
Well, no, you just have to, yeah, look, roll them somewhere, but just before we go, so you, hang on. Ballistic still 3+, but you're -1 because I'm a Harlequin vehicle, and you're -1 for moving because it's a heavy. However, because you are in range of the captain, you are rerolling 1s.
I like that.
So 5s rerolling 1s.
That was like.
Holy goddamn.
Okay, so I'm re-rolling these and taking the 4s
So you
away.
got 3 misses.
And
Take
I'm
those
re-rolling
out.
these 2. Ow, I got a cramp in my foot.
Come on.
That was a pretty good roll.
That was still very good, yeah. 7 hits. Strength on the heavy onslaught.
The strength on the heavy onslaught Gatling cannon. 5. Wait, 5.
So I'm toughness 5 as well.
So that means 4s or 3s.
4s to wound.
4s. I keep saying to hit.
I know you keep saying to hit, I don't know why. 4s to wound. 3. You do get reroll ones because you are within 6 inches of the lieutenant.
I like Mr. Lieutenant. He probably has a name, but I've forgotten it.
So 4 wounds. What's the damage on these?
On the
Heavy onslaught.
damage 1.
Cool. So 4 plus. I failed 2.
Oh.
So I take 2 damage.
How many damage does he have?
I have 4 remaining.
How many?
He's 6.
Oh.
Starts with 6. He's down to 4.
I shall put these dice back.
What's shooting next?
The Hellblasters.
At?
That thing as well.
I'm assuming they can all see it.
They. Yes.
Yep. There you go. Now, -1 for being a Harlequin, but +1 for your litany. Means they're still hitting on 3s.
I'm gonna overcharge it.
In that case, any 1s you roll, I'm going to kill you.
But I've got the. Did I make the listener?
Yeah. But it's a -1 versus a +1.
Oh.
So if you choose to
I
overcharge.
do have the chaplain, so I can shoot.
You've got the ancient and the chaplain and the apothecary there.
I got the chaplain. I meant to say the ancient.
Yeah. So what's the profile on an overcharged plasma incinerator?
Not convenient. Was on the next page. Supercharged is.
Now make sure you got the right one because there's 3 ones there. You want the
heavy plasma.
No, you want the standard plasma incinerator.
Plasma incinerator. Yeah. Plasma incinerator.
It should be rapid fire 1.
Yes.
What's the strength, AP, and damage?
Strength 8, AP -4, damage 2.
Ouch. Cool. So 3's to
Ouch, yeah, that's what my guys are going to be saying.
Depending on how many 1s you roll. Go for it.
Don't roll 1s. Do I get to reroll them?
You get to reroll 1s because of captain, yes. So double 1 is unlikely. So reroll that one.
How did I manage
Roll
it
something
twice?
flat. Okay, so that one misses.
2 6s.
Alright, 4 hits, strength 8, toughness 5. Wounds me on what?
Pardon?
Your strength 8, I'm toughness 5. What do you need to roll the wound?
2s or 3s?
Pick one.
Okay, 3s.
3s, because you're not double.
Oh, yeah.
You have to double to get to 2s.
I keep forgetting that.
That's alright. So 3's to wound. Go for it. We get to reroll 1s because of the lieutenant stood there beside you.
I'm glad none of them died. That was.
Well, it's good and bad. That's kind of why you got the ancient there. That's not good. That's 4 wounds. Yeah,
so
well, they're 2 damage as well.
I think I'm about to take at least.
Well, if I fail 2, I die. Because they're 2 damage each, aren't they? Didn't you say there were 2?
Yes. 2D.
Overcharged. Ooh.
No, you did.
Even with a command point reroll, I can't pass that. So he dies. Does he explode?
I hope so.
Yeah, he does.
Don't spend a command point to reroll that.
It does explode. Its blast radius is
the entire board.
No, thankfully not. These are baby vehicles.
Like that warlord you're painting, that would be like the entire.
It's a 6-inch range that does 1 mortal wound. So it's probably only going to hit this.
I thought you would like re-roll it.
From the base.
I'm not sure why you're not.
So he's going to take a mortal wound. He's going to die.
Insert explosion sound effect here.
So that is going to get you first strike.
And now.
Any of your bolt rifles in range. I have line of sight.
I already shot with those guys. Those guys are definitely out of range. You can't see anyway. No. So I'm going to try for these guys. Oh, there's a dead skeleton on there. I didn't even see him.
They're out of range. Yes, they are. He's going to be...
Oh, the chaplain. Not the... Yeah,
his bolt rifle's in range. But he's the only one.
He has the...
He's got pistols. The lieutenant's a pistol and the captain's an auto bolt rifle, so he's only 24.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just the ancient who can fire.
Watch him blow up the entire spaceship.
Go for it. That's a 1, he gets to reroll because of the captain. That's still a miss, because of the -1 to hit because of being a tricky elder vehicle.
Well, I did blow up your guy that killed, 3 of mine?
That Void Weaver, every time I put it on the table, someone shoots it and kills it really rapidly, so I'm not surprised.
I don't like it.
You wait until I put all 3 of them on the board as a trio.
You what?
They're 95 points each. They're really good. 90 points each. So I put 3 of them on. It's an awful lot of guns. So you're going to score 1 point there, 1 point there, and 1 for first strike. 3 to 1.
That's a lot of damage.
Cool. I've got no morale because the only thing that was there was a vehicle.
Oh no.
My turn 2.
Wait, I got a litany. I remembered it.
Yes, you got a litany. So pick a unit. And what are you going to do?
Hellblasters again.
Go for it.
So they don't die incredibly easily.
3+.
Give me 3s, please.
Yep.
Hooray.
Cool.
I remembered this time. Still won't remember to take wounds though.
Okay, so the Solitaire's going to blitz.
Oh no.
He's going to move 12.
What's he trying to get to?
He's going to move 17 inches.
Oh, he's gonna. Oh no. Oh no. This. Oh, you're gonna. I have a feeling that one of the guys with a white helmet is gonna die. It's not gonna be the ancient. There's 2 guys with a fully white helmet. Oh no.
Okay, I'm going to have to abandon this objective. That's actually not terrible, but
What happens if we're both in the objective?
it comes down to model count and whether your objective's secured or not. So you guys would actually hold it because your objective's secured and my guys aren't, unless I disembark. Because they are when they disembark, but the vehicles aren't. The Troop Master's going to advance.
What is your logo? It's like a target reticle.
Yeah.
That was a PlayStation theme that used it. There was the Suicide Squad one. I know because my friend has it. Oh, that doesn't look good. No.
Shooting us some fusion pistols at that Dreadnought.
My Dreadnought hasn't done anything to you except blow up your friend. Oh no, they're all going to deploy right in front of me, aren't they?
They can't because the deployment's done before you move.
I shall blow them up then.
So, what we're basically going to do is just try and overwhelm one part of the battlefield. Steve, I do have an excuse. My airbrush died.
Who's Steve?
Steve's saying you have to bug me about painting my warlord, but my airbrush is knackered, so I can't paint my warlord, and now all the hobby shops are closed. I can't do anything about it anyway. Okay, psychic phase.
How did your airbrush break?
It's 5 years old, and just the springs are gone in the mechanism.
Get new springs.
I am going to. I'm going to go.
I don't like how close the Solitaire is.
I'm going to go Twilight Pathways on the Great Harlequin. Goes off on an 8, so he gets to move again. He's going to move another 12 inches.
Mediocre Harlequin to me because he's shooting at me.
He's not shooting at you.
Well, he's gonna.
No, he's not. He's advancing.
Well, he's gonna try to stab me. Oh,
He's going to stab you a lot, yeah.
I like not being stabbed.
The Chalice is then going to go with. What can he actually see? He can see the Dreadnought.
Please don't shoot at my Dreadnought.
Well, I can't smite the Dreadnought because there's those guys that are closer to him, but I can Shards of Light him, which was my other power.
I did the Salamander's name generator for him, and I got Soldier. His name is Soldier.
So yeah, I'm going to Shards of Light him on a 7. Goes off. He takes D3 mortal wounds, so he takes 3 mortal wounds. How many wounds you got left?
Well, I think, because he starts with 13, right?
Well,
Yeah, so now he's on 10.
So he's on 10.
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, I have a bag like that.
Again, I have to say thanks to Hammerhead Studios.
Who are they?
They gave me the game tracker here, but also gave me these little funky wound tokens.
What does funky mean?
Funky.
Oh, I thought you said funky.
So he's got 10 remaining. And he's also -1 leadership for what that's worth. But to be honest, I'm not really that fussed.
I mean...
So... I'm now going to go to the shooting phase.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's go shooting next. So we're going to go with the Shadow Seer's grenade
We're
launcher.
not in Devastator anymore, aren't we?
You're still in Devastator. I don't get your rules. It's a Space Marine thing.
I know.
No, turn 2 is tactical.
Yes, which is good.
It is good for you. So the Shadow Seer is going to fire his hallucinogen grenade launcher at the Dreadnought. Hits on 2s. Hits. What's your leadership of the Dreadnought?
Leadership is that?
LD.
8.
So you're -1 because of Shards of Light. So if I roll on 2 dice equal to or greater than your leadership...
Oh, but the most likely thing you're going to roll on 2 dice
Yep,
is
it's 7. It's D3 mortal wounds. So take D3 mortal wounds, which is going to be 1.
1.
Only 1.
Okay, that sounded like it was going to like blow him up.
Well,
And
if you actually stack him right, he can actually put out quite a number of mortal wounds, which is a great thing for Harlequins to get around really tough
Which
models.
one was doing it?
This dude right here.
Good to know.
So we'll go to the Death Jester next. The Death Jester. Oh, you can see that squad over there.
Not my cool boys. They've got
Not in range though.
scully shoulder pads and everything.
So all we can really see then at that point is that squad down there, or the Redemptor.
Please don't shoot at Soldier.
We might just go to Shuriken profile at the Dreadnought. She hasn't really got anything else you can see. So at the Dreadnought, everything hits. Death Jester, 5s to wound, nothing. The Troopmaster can't fire because he advanced and he's going to go pistol. You'll have to excuse the birds walking away in the background there.
Could you be any louder?
The Solitaire has no ranged weapon, so we'll move on from him. So we're going to go 2 fusion pistols from the squad inside at the Dreadnought.
They can shoot while they're inside?
And then I'm going to shoot 3 Shuriken pistols at the Dreadnought and then throw 1 plasma grenade.
How are people that size supposed to fit in that
They're all
tiny-
standing and hanging off the edges of it.
Oh.
Imagine it laden with clowns. It's literally a clown car. So the grenades first.
I know
I get 3 hits, or 3 attacks.
Clown car, I think it's the one from Super Mario.
2 hits, winning on 5s, nothing. 3 Shuriken pistols, 3 hits, winning on 5s, nothing. 2 fusion
This
pistols,
is going very well for me so far.
1 hit, wins on 3s, nothing. We're going to rinse. We're going to rinse and repeat that with the next one. Grenade, 3 again. 3 hits this time, winning on 5s, nothing. 3 Shuriken pistols, 2 hits, winning on 5s, 1 armor save for the Dreadnought.
Ooh, I've got to check
Just
that.
normal armor. It'll be 3s. You can check if you want, but it'll be 3s. 3 plus. How are you managing to roll it not flat? The board is 6 feet wide.
I got a 6.
2 fusion pistols. Double 1. Third boat, same thing. Grenades. 2 this time. 1 hit. Doesn't wound. Shuriken.
Top 10 anime moments straight before disaster.
2 hits. 5s. Nothing. 2 fusion pistols. We should have been dead a long time ago, but here we are. It's really bad.
What is that face?
I'm trying to decide whether I re-roll it. I think I have to re-roll it.
Oh, you want to blow them up?
It needs to be not on 9 wounds remaining.
Don't blow it
It
up.
should have been dead long before now.
Should it have?
2 hits. Winning on 3s.
Yeah.
So 1 at neg 4. So that's no save for you.
Oh,
Can you roll a 7 on a d6?
Yes. If I use
So
my,
you're going to take
if I use my imagination.
5 damage.
Holy cow! I was on 9, so
You're
now
on
I'm
4.
on 4. And now, I think he's on his last bracket now, let me check.
I think he's not. I think he's on his second bracket still.
Yeah, second bracket.
Okay, so you've got 4
Very
left.
rear end of second bracket still.
I'm now going to start shooting vehicles at him. First vehicle.
Oh no, he's about to float up again.
Good. 5s. Okay, so one normal save, and then 1 at neg. So 1 normal, and then 1 on a 6. Saves.
3.
Takes 1 point of damage. Second vehicle.
Alright, since he's on his final bracket, I shall take his face off.
Second vehicle, same thing. Oh, that's not good. Only 3 hits and nothing. Third vehicle. Come on, give me. Okay. I don't think I'm going to kill you with this. No, 2. So 1 normal armor and then 1 at -3.
Okay, 1 normal armor.
Takes a point of damage. And 1 at -3. Takes a point of damage. What's he on?
1.
Alright.
Okay, so now he moves 4. His weapon skill has gone up.
Yeah, so he's worse at shooting, worse at fighting, and worse at everything. And I'm going to try and kill him by charging him with a vehicle.
You're going to ram a car
No,
into
you've got to
him.
remember these are Harlequins. So that the Harlequin drives past and like the crewman reaches out with blades and they bang on you as they drive past.
He's on 1 wound!
Yep, and I'm going to see what I can do. You're going to get to overwatch me, but that's okay. So that's the shooting phase. Charge phase.
I'm still holding 2 dice, by the way.
That's fine.
They'll
Charge phase. This vehicle is going to charge this dreadnought. Overwatch.
Alright, give me assault d6.
So it's roll 1 dice.
No, I'm gonna.
It's d6. So you get to shoot everything, remember? So do your flame first. So you're going to shoot your flamer, 2 frag assault launchers, and then the onslaught gatling gun. So 3 shots with the flamer. They all auto hit.
I like that bit about the
Strength
flamer.
5, toughness 5. So you're winning me on 4s. 1.
And I reroll 1 to the.
Yes, you will. I fail that. I'm going to take at least 1 point of damage. No. So I just take 1 point of damage. Now your frag storms. How many frag storms have you got?
I've got 2 of them, 1 in each.
And how many do they shoot?
Fragstorm grenade launchers.
Are those-
Assault d6.
So roll 2 dice. Because you got 2 of them.
What do you do with that, Katu?
So 2 shots hitting on 6s.
I'm gonna reroll 1 of those.
Why? You're only hitting on 6s anyway.
Oh yeah.
So roll them again. Hit me on 6s. No. Now how many dice have you got there?
3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I think I'm gonna hit you with this last one.
Hitting on 6s with the onslaught gatling gun. Now you get to reroll all those 1s.
How did I?
So 2 hits and 5 rerolls.
I reckon I'm gonna get like 1 more hit at most. 2 more.
You get 2 more hits. Strength 5, toughness 5. So winning on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant.
I like that. That's why I keep him around.
So just 1 wound, which I pass. So now our charge range is 9 inches.
Yeah, he's within that.
Now it's important because I'm going to end myself within 1 of him, but not in base to base just yet, because what I'm going to do in the assault phase when I pile in is tag the Hellblasters at the same time, which means that when they fall back they can't shoot.
I was just planning to just
Yeah, I know.
let him go.
But this way I can stop them shooting for a turn.
I do have the him.
This vehicle is going to charge your infantry squad.
I don't think there's much of an
They can overwatch.
infantry duo.
4 shots, because I'm within rapid fire range.
The infantry brothers.
6s to hit.
I gotta reroll this one because it was on the face.
No.
All 5. I got a 5 when it was on the side as well.
Charge range is at 10, so that's not a problem.
No, they're dead. They are just dead.
Now the Great Harlequin's going to charge them as well.
He's dead.
I'm going to have this vehicle charge the Redemptor. 9 inches.
That just.
He's going to base to base the Redemptor.
Look how they massacred the
And
boys.
Solitaire is going to charge that Apothecary.
Not my. What's his face? Apothecary.
Actually,
Thank you.
I'm going to charge the Lieutenant, the Apothecary, the Ancient, and the Captain. Go for your Overwatch.
Laughs in reductible pistol.
That's fine. I want to take a wound on the way in.
Oh no.
Because it means I can spend a CP to make myself even more scary. So now I want you to do damage to me.
But how many
Well, here's a fun thing for you to know.
Does he have 1 wound?
He has 5.
I reckon I can make that.
So here's a fun thing for you to know that you may not realise. Every one of those throw grenades. Now normally the grenades are one per squad, but because they're 4 separate squads, as long as I'm in range of the grenade, you can throw one with everyone. So your 2 closest characters, these 2. Have you got frag and crack grenades? I'm assuming you have frag and crack grenades.
Frag grenades, crack grenades. Yeah, they all have.
They're not on the profile, are they?
On the apothecary they are. On the ancient.
No. Like, have you got a stat line for them there?
Yes.
So what's the range?
Range is 6.
So it's only going to be the lieutenant who can throw a grenade.
I've got 2 dice.
So instead of shooting his bolt pistol, the lieutenant can chuck a grenade at me instead.
Is that more effective?
Well, it's D6 shots if you go with the frag,
Well, that's good.
or it's 1 bigger shot if you go with the crack.
I reckon for him, I'm gonna go with the grenade.
Which grenade? Frag or crack?
Frag.
Cool. D6 shots. See how good the explosion
Watch
is.
me roll a 1.
So you baseballed it and pitched it at me. Right, two dice, 6s to hit.
Come on, give me 2 6s.
No. You get to reroll that 1 though because you're beside the captain. Still misses.
How do I get another one?
The
I watched it go into 6.
The captain's allowed to shoot his mastercrafted auto bolt gun.
That
So-
sounds like it's pretty effective.
It's 3 shots.
What is this that one? There it is.
Mastercrafted auto bolt gun.
Assault D3. No, not D3, just
And it's just
assault
assault 3. 6s, rerolling 1s. Does it have a special rule about rerolls there?
3. Oh, maybe.
Look under its rules on the side there.
Abilities.
Does it have anything there?
Reroll hit rolls of 1. What? Reroll hit rolls of 1. Attacks made by models with friendly chapter units.
No. Over here, mastercrafted auto bolt rifle. It's got no abilities, it's just damage 2.
Right, I'm rerolling.
So, you get to reroll that 1 though. No, so everything misses. I think the condemner bolt pistol's in range from the apothecary. Is
The
the
reductor.
No, the reductor's only 3 inches. The condemner.
It's called the absolver.
Is it the absolver? Is that what it's
The
called?
absolver. Yeah, the reductor's not in range. That's
Yeah,
only-
so shoot the absolver. Still
Oh,
hits on
it's not as good.
Still only hits on 6s, so go for it.
It's AP neg 1 rather than AP neg 3.
Go for it. I'm invulnerable. I don't care about the AP. I just want you to hit and wound me once.
But I don't want to.
I know you don't want to.
Clearly, I'm pretty good at not doing that. Damn it.
That's a hit. Woo! What's the strength?
Strength 5.
Toughness 3. So you're wounding me on 3s. Come on, and you get to reroll 1s because there's a lieutenant there. Come on.
You're making me remember
Come on.
the rules.
Come on,
I
wound me.
don't want to remember.
I want you to wound me.
Give it.
Yay! Okay.
Oh no.
3 plus
Can
invulnerable.
I use
I
the
need to.
command point to reroll
Well,
that?
I need to fail a 3 plus invulnerable save to take the wound.
Can I use a...
I passed my threat invulnerable. That's a shame. If I fail
Oh
it,
wait, that's a good thing.
it's good for you, yes. Now your auto bolt rifle, your standard bolt rifle from your ancient gets to fire twice because I'm in rapid fire range.
Cheeky. My
Oh.
dreadnought's missing his face, and you're like, shoot at my
Yeah, shoot it.
fancy wizard.
Shoot at my clown. Come on. 6s. Come on, sneak one through my armour. I want to use the strap.
I don't want you
No,
to.
okay.
This
Alright.
laughs in no aim skill.
Double 6 for charge range. So my solitaire goes, I'm going to charge wherever I damn well please.
Right next to Mr. Medic Man.
Mr. Apothecary. So the solitaire's on his assassin run. I can't use Torment of the Fiery Pit because you didn't wound me.
You already used your movement phase, not your combat phase even.
What do you mean?
You already did your
I've done my soul phase. I've done my charge phase. I'm about to do my combat phase. So I've done my movement. Now I'm going to start punching you with things.
Oh no, I don't want you to punch my apothecary. Please punch not my apothecary.
I'm going to start with the apothecary.
No, I need him to make the Hellblasters not dead.
Well, no, that's why I'm going to kill him first. I have to choose. How many wounds has your apothecary got?
Why do you want to know?
Because I need to know which weapon to hit you with.
5.
Are you sure? That's
W5.
5 wounds. That's interesting.
Getting 5 dice out.
I've got 10 attacks.
You have what?
Because I'm blitzing, so I've got 10 attacks to swing at you.
Now he did.
Toughness 4?
Toughness what?
Is he toughness 4?
T4.
Okay. Okay, I'll go to Harlequins Kiss. Hitting on 2s?
Weird noodle.
Winning on 4s. Oh, that's really not good for you.
No.
That's 7 wounds. At -1.
7 wounds.
Yep, and if you, for every one of these that you fail, you're going to take D3 damage.
What?
But you do have Feel No Pain on him, don't you? He has a 5+ Feel No Pain aura.
Where is that?
Down in his entry, you should have a special rule.
In abilities?
Yeah.
He's got Angels of Death and Necathian.
What's the Necathian?
At the end of your move, it's just his healing.
Give me a look. I thought he gave a Feel No Pain aura as well.
At the end of your movement phase. Yeah. I've got to get that.
No, it doesn't. Okay. You're going to get that dice.
Yes, just pop that. I've got my hand stuck now. It's okay, I got it out.
Alright. So 7 saves at -1. So he's normally 3 up armour, so he needs 4s. I've just realised it's not going to be 7, it's 5.
Why?
Because I only wound you on 5s because you're toughness 6 because you warlord trait.
Ah.
And I had two 4s in there. So now it's only 5s. There you go. See, I'm teaching you this game and it's your army. Go for it.
I don't know what that last sentence meant, but okay.
Well, it's your army. You should remember your toughness 6 because you're warlord trait. So you only fail 1.
Which is the 3?
The 3. So you're going to take D3 damage. You're going to take 1 point of damage.
That was surprisingly not that bad. You're going to kill my other guys, bud.
So he's down to 4.
Watch the Hellblasters melt themselves as
Now, at this moment in time, if you want to spend 2 command points, you can interrupt me and fight back.
I want to punch
Let me
you.
finish. Let me finish. Otherwise, all of my guys who have charged get to fight first, and then you still get to fight me anyway. So the question is, do you want to try and swing with that Redemptor before it dies?
It's just going to die, isn't it?
Well, there's... How many attacks does it actually have at the moment? Shut up, bird. So it's 4 attacks. It's only hitting on 5s. But with its fist, it's D6 damage. So if it does actually hit one of my vehicles, it's not going to be pleasant.
Which one's injured?
They're both taking 1 point each.
So if I hit it good enough, it won't die.
The thing is though, if you live through the normal attacks, you're going to get to swing anyway.
If I live through... It's on 1 health, you
I've
punted
only
it
got-
so
I've
much
only
it
got
lost
six-
its face.
I've only got 6 attacks. Between those 2 vehicles, I've got
6 attacks to take 1 damage
Yep.
off it. It's...
Do you want to spend the command points or not?
how many do I have?
You've still got your full 9. So if you just want to spend 2 and
It's
5...
turn 1 though.
Well, it's not. It's my turn 2.
Okay, then I'll do that.
So it wants to fight.
Yes, which one's lower?
They're both the same.
Alright.
So the blue one or the purple one?
Which one has the better... Oh, they're the same.
Exactly the same.
Which one has the better infantry inside?
Exactly the same.
I don't like that one. I like that one's colours more, so I'm going to punt that one.
I would suggest fighting that one because that's going to, if you destroy it, it stops it tagging Hellblasters.
Oh yeah, that's good. I'm going to punch it.
Go for it. 4 attacks. Hitting on 5.
Shut up,
That
bird.
bird is really noisy.
Move it into a different room in a minute.
Steve's just commenting, going, "Isn't the Apothecary T6?" And he's clearly because the chat's
Paying attention.
well, it's to do with the time difference between what we're doing and what they're hearing and seeing. So
That was pretty
So that's
good.
3 hits. He's strength 14 versus toughness
What?
5.
No, didn't he lose some because of...
No, he's still strength 7. That doesn't affect that. And the weapons times 2. So he's winning on 2s. That was very, very lucky of you. That's really bad. Go
How
for
much?
it. 2s.
Alright. Can I reroll them?
And reroll 1s because of the lieutenants are behind you. Alright. 4 up involves.
Oh, I hate that. So annoying.
Save. Oh, that's really not good. I'm going to spend a command point to reroll 1 of those. No, still fail it.
Punted him out the sky.
Take 2d6 damage.
Him or me?
Me. Like, you're going to hit me and I'm going to take 2d6 damage. Go for it.
Oh, okay. I thought you
You
were...
need to roll 5 or higher on 2 dice to destroy me.
Well, I mean, I'm.
And then I want to explode.
Oh,
Because then
that
you're
would
going to take a mortal wound.
You're gonna re-roll it if you don't.
I'm going to. No, I can't re-roll it because I've already re-rolled in this phase. So it takes 4 damage. Do you want to spend a command point to re-roll one of those 2s?
But what if I get something less than?
Do you want to take the risk?
All right.
So down to 6. So a 2. So you need a 3 on this dice to destroy me. Yep. So that vehicle dies.
Bonked him out the sky.
Does it explode? No, it does not explode.
Oh, good.
There are
What about the team inside?
There are 6 guys inside of it. 2 of them die.
Ah, yes. That was the thing that I had trouble with last time. Dudes that came out of the thing.
You 2 can be dead. Hang on. That has to stay there while I disembark.
Oh, why?
Because I have to be within range of it when I get out.
We're like, oh man, we were having fun. Now you blew up our
You
boat
blew
thing.
up our ride.
And now we're gonna stab you with our weird kiss. What do you call it? Our weird angry.
Alright, so now I get to fight with the rest of my guys because you've done your interrupt.
I'm gonna punch my dreadnought. It's gonna fall.
So
over.
my vehicle is going to hit your dreadnought. Hitting on 3s. 3 hits, wounding on 5s. I'm going to return your multi-wound with my own multi-wound. So 3 saves. Fail 1 and die.
Watching me get all of these.
3 ups. Yay! Does it explode? On a 6 it explodes. No, it doesn't explode. It's just removed from play. No. Take the whole thing off. Take the whole thing off. Alright. Now, I get a 6-inch consolidate because I'm not sorry. Straight to the Hellblasters.
Hello, doggo. You were just gonna do that anyway.
Well, I came up with another plan and that kind of worked. This vehicle against this squad. 1 save for them. 1 save for your intercessors. Normal armour as my vehicle punches you.
The bird needs covering before you can hit.
Takes a wound.
Oh, you thought you weird Mohawk guy there.
Yeah, my troop master.
Oh, I forgot that there was only 2 of them because you shot them all.
Yeah. So the troop master is 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Everything hits. Strength 4 means only wounding you on 4s, but I do reroll, which is a good thing because I don't wound a single time. So 4 wounds on the intercessors and need 3. So you need 6s.
I'm gonna get another of these and 2 of them are gonna die.
So you fail all of them. The first guy takes 3 damage and dies, and then the sergeant takes 8 damage.
What did I say? They're all gonna die. Well, now I don't have that objective anymore, and I'm sad.
No, you do not.
I'll just advance everything.
Um,
You've taken out like the bulk of my.
so now all of your squad's there. So your Hellblasters will fight. He will get to fight. He'll get to fight because they can both pile in.
Do they have to use their close combat weapons, or can they?
You can punch normally if you want to, but in your case, yeah. Why would you do that?
So they can't use their guns.
Well, no, you have to you can't shoot me. You have to fight me.
The guy has a chainsaw for a hand.
So what are you going to start with?
Well, I want to kill him.
Okay, we'll pick a character, activate him.
Well, I don't want the apothecary to die.
Well, he's going to fight anyway.
Alright, then I'll go the apothecary and the ancient.
We'll start with the apothecary first. He's got 4 attacks.
I like that. Does he get anything else because we made him the...
No. So he's hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the captain.
One fell off the table, and I'm rerolling this one anyway.
No, you need to do those separately now.
Okay.
Because you... And now you reroll the 1. So 3 hits, strength 4, toughness 3, so 3's to wound. 2 wounds? 2 wounds, because you don't get to reroll the 2. 3 up armour, or 3 up involved. 2 6s. Save and save. Next. Ancient.
Yes.
So he activates and is within 1. He has exactly the same situation. 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s with reroll 1s on both. Reroll the 1. So everything hits, 3s to wound. And then
2 hits plus a 1.
and then reroll the 1 because of the lieutenant.
Yes. Nice.
I fail 1.
Nice.
Ugh.
Oh, I forgot he had such
The captain
high.
can now fight,
He has a power sword.
which doesn't mean anything to me.
Why not?
Because a power sword's about AP and I don't care about AP. Because
Then
I'm
why
not.
did I?
Because it's WYSIWYG in that you didn't know what you were playing. You're building an army to play anything. Here you are. So he has 5.
no.
He has 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s.
5 attacks,
Yep.
hitting on 2s, reroll 1s. Yep. I dropped a dice, so I'll have to reroll that. It was a 5 in case you were wondering, but I'm still rerolling it. 2
So
anyway.
everything hits. 3s to wound, rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant.
I like that I can reroll because of... Didn't even need to. Hey look, it's symmetrical.
I fail 3 of them.
I like that he's about to explode.
Your Hellblasters can fight now.
Can I fight with him?
No, because he's not within 1 inch of me to activate.
You're right, he's not.
So your 5 Hellblasters can fight my vehicle.
Yes.
So 6 attacks because of Sergeant. I actually know they're Primaris. They don't have 1 attack each. They have 2 from memory.
I
They do.
like that.
So it's going to be 11 attacks in total.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11.
3s.
You killed my rooftop boys, and I'm getting revenge by killing your speeder. And please don't explode. Just realised
No, it's only 1 damage.
right next to me.
It's only 1 damage. It doesn't do anything to you. I wanted the Dreadnought to explode.
It didn't though.
So we roll the 1 because
and
of the
take
captain.
out the 2s.
And take out the 2s.
It blew another 2.
Okay.
One,
Strength
2.
4, toughness 5. So 5's to wound.
Oh, that's not going to wound at all. I got a bunch of 6s and 4s.
Come on,
so
5's to wound. 3.
Yeah. Wait,
So-
I get to reroll the ones.
You do, but I've failed. I've passed the first 3 saves. That's 1 more.
I'm going to go get that, but it's just roll.
1 more. I failed that. Take the damage.
Gotta get that dice. I see where it is though. How am I so bad at rolling dice?
You're not. You just need to roll them on the table, not on the edge of the table.
I'm good at rolling them on the
Stand
floor.
up and roll them on the centre of the board.
I could do that, but it's
Okay, so that's everyone who can fight now has fought. I've got 3 command points left.
How many do I have?
You have 6.
I like that.
It is the end of the fight phase. I can spend 3 command points and let my solitaire fight again.
Please don't.
The problem, what I actually wanted to have happen, I needed 4 CP, because now if I chose to fight again, I could spend 1 command point to give him fiery pits, which would give him the pluses to his strength and toughness and attacks. But I don't have enough command points. And the problem I've got is if you walk away from him and shoot him, then I can't fight again on death, which is the Midnight Sorrow special one, lets me fight again on death. So I might as well just spend the 3 command points now and try and kill you while I can.
Please don't.
So I'm going to spend the 3 command points.
Can I spend 4 command points to stop you?
Believe it or not, Dark Elder, I can do that. With Vect. Hitting on 2.
My guys are not dark, nor are they elder. So.
And I'm winning on 5s. Because I'm going to remember this toughness 6 this time. 1. 3 command points for 1 save. Go for it.
1 save.
At -1. Take 1 damage.
Is that for
No,
the
yeah, that's yours. Curse you.
Curse you, bury the platypus!
Oh, this is my solitaire. He does this every time. He's such a failure. I hate him. That's why I don't take them.
What is his name?
Solitaire. He is the solitaire. He doesn't have a name.
His His name shall now be Ace.
His name's Crap, because that's all he is. Mine doesn't like me. I'm convinced of that. I'm actually going to paint another one. I've got another one out in the dungeon ready for painting because this one clearly doesn't like me. He's been crap since I got him in 6th edition.
I'm sure that's why he's bad.
No, seriously, I've watched people play with him and he murders things. For me, I've just thrown 20 attacks at a Space Marine and done 2 damage.
Actually, it was only 1. The other one was in an earlier.
No, that was the third. 2. He's fought 20 attacks and done 2 damage.
No, he sucks.
Yeah, mine just doesn't like me. Okay, your turn now. At the end of my turn 2, I'm going to score 1 victory point for holding that one.
Movement.
But that is all I'm going to score. Your turn
I
2.
can't get to those 2 objectives. Otherwise,
Well, not unless you advance and start running.
I might, but could I do it with those guys?
Well, see what you could do with that big squad.
Oh yeah, I could move them there and then move this.
Or even just string them out. There's nothing stopping you doing that either.
Because they have to be within 2 inches.
2 inches of each other.
I could do that, but I reckon I'm gonna try to hold the fort with these guys going over there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
So you want to advance or just move normally?
Well, these guys aren't gonna make it moving normally.
So roll a dice and add it to 6, and that's how far you advance.
They're not gonna shoot anything anyway. They sort of suck at shooting.
Well, they don't suck at shooting, but it's up to you.
Oh yeah. Oh, one of my guys. They're helping. Halfway there.
It just means next turn you're probably... And you're still holding that other one now.
Just got to make sure I'm holding the objective.
Well, yeah, me shifting them is going to be a problem.
Well, especially with my big punty dude going.
Mm. Come on.
Okay, so now I'm going to move... What's Chaplain do?
He's a punch.
No, I did the litanies.
You did your litanies?
I remembered it.
But it's not going to help you though, because they hold whilst we're in combat. So even if they fall back, they're not shooting you.
These dudes... Well, no one's going to be able to get over there, unless...
So think about what you want to do with the movement. So your chaplain's going to be best fighting, because that's what he does. He's a fighter.
I want to punch him with...
Yeah, but look at what's going on the table. What you have to do first is figure out... At the moment, you can't shoot or fight that. Like, all you can do is punch that vehicle, because it's in combat. So the only way you can shoot it is if the Hellblasters fall back. So the first thing you have to decide is, do you want to shoot the vehicle with anything? If the answer is yes, then the Hellblasters have to fall back.
Yeah,
if the answer is no, you don't care about shooting it, and you're happy to sit there with the Hellblasters and just punch it, then...
No, I want to use the big guns.
Yeah, but they're not going to shoot this turn anyway. And now all that's going to happen in my following assault phase is I'm going to charge them and tag them again.
I mean, I've got the Apothecary and the Ancient there to heal them.
Yeah, but at the moment...
Oh, because they're in combat, does that still happen?
Well, yeah, they'll still get to do all that stuff, but I'm not concerned with that. I'm concerned with their guns shooting me. So, yeah, I'm quite happy to take a damage or 2 every turn from you punching me, compared to them shooting those damage 2 strength 8 guns.
Could he shoot that?
No, because it's in combat, so you have to fall back. If you want to shoot me, and this is what I'm trying to make you understand, is if you want to shoot me, you have to decide, do you want to fall back?
Well, I mean, I'll be able to shoot you next turn.
If you fall back, yes.
Yes.
Assuming I don't tag you again.
How far can they fall back?
Well, they just move normally.
So they have movement.
But you can't move through your own models, so you're going to have to move things out of the way as well.
Alright, then he is coming...
Do you want him to be fighting? Because there's nothing stopping him moving around here and fighting them, shooting them and fighting them.
I think I'll do that. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds like a good idea.
So
He is the same gun
there's your 6 inches of movement,
as the Apothecary.
and then that'll then free up them.
I like that thing. It's convenient for moving squads of 5 things on
So there.
32 millimeter bases.
Well, it's a 6 inch movement, doesn't matter.
I know, but that base thing.
Oh, the base thing's amazing, yeah.
Rather than
So now it's not in combat anymore. The next question is, do you want to shoot the solitaire or continue to fight him in combat?
I sort of want to shoot him, but I won't be able to do that till next turn.
Well, they won't, but he can and they can.
I'm gonna just shoot
Or
him.
you just stand there and fight him, because you're going to get to fight first with at least one model.
So could I shoot him
If you fall back, you can.
with all these guys?
And you can shoot his pistol while you're within one.
The
So you could shoot the
reductor.
reductor at him if you
I
wanted
like that one because it's quite effective.
to. Okay. If you want to shoot, in that case, stay in combat with him and shoot pistols.
Well, but I gotta move those guys to.
No, they're within 6.
Yeah.
So what's the lieutenant doing? Is my other question.
I'm gonna move They're not getting rerolls anymore.
Well, they're not shooting anyway.
They don't need
So
them.
what you need to do at the moment is consider where are those rerolls going to be benefiting you. So the lieutenant wants to be within 6 inches of everyone who's going to be fighting or shooting this turn, ideally. And so does the captain. So the captain might have to fall back if you want to maintain his auras, but it just depends on where you want those auras to be.
I reckon I'm going to fall back with everyone attacking the the angry card man to,
The solitaire.
yes,
So what are you doing?
to be able to shoot at him.
So you want to, so you're going to fall back.
Yes.
With what? With
The
everyone?
apothecary
Well, everyone's going to have to fall back.
and the ancient.
So they literally want to do that, do they?
Yeah.
Okay. Shooting phase then. Unless you want to move that squad.
That squad.
No, the
That-
5-man squad, yeah.
They can stay there. They haven't moved the whole game.
I know. But this
He's also standing on his base. which I
40k
didn't
is
know.
1 in the movement phase. So if you're not in range of something, where could you move to so that you are in range next turn or the turn after? That's what you've got to start thinking about. With Space Marines have a really good range on the guns anyway.
I'm in range of rapid fire on both guys.
Yep. But my point is, in turn 1, when they didn't move, they could have moved over to the other objective. They could have
Oh,
supported.
yeah.
They could have. You can use them for screens to protect the Hellblasters by standing in front of the Hellblasters. There's a whole raft of ways you can use those 5-man squads to protect more important assets. Stood at the back like that. Why would I attack them? I didn't need to. I killed the ones that were on the objective, or closest to the objective, and then when the Dreadnought came out, it allowed me to get the 2 threats here and come in this side. Those Space Marines don't mean anything to me now until turn 3. So they're the sort of things that you can start using intercessors for, is for screening and for blocking and getting in the way and just being really annoying, because they're still hard to kill.
I'm very good at that. People
You
have
are.
told me.
Come on. So shooting. Who's shooting what where?
Guns. I'm probably going to start with the apothecary
Okay.
and shoot the card man.
So what's the gun called?
Angry garbage. The reductor.
So the reductor bolt pistol has a range of 3 inches,
And the strength of
strength 4, so it's hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s,
But it's
wounding on...
make 3.
Doesn't matter to me.
Oh, then I'll just use the regular one.
And it's 2 down. Well, to be honest, the guns are exactly the same for the solitaire. Because they're hitting at the same rate, they're wounding at the same rate, and I've only got 1 wound left anyway.
Then I'll use my fancy one that he's modelled with.
Okay, so you can use the reductor.
Yeah.
Go for it. Hits on 3s, reroll 1s.
That was a 1.
Why have you rolled so many dice?
You said, oh, never mind.
1 shot.
He said 3s and I got confused.
Hits, strength 4, so you're wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. Wounds, 3 up invulnerable, saves. Next, who's shooting what?
Him with his pistol.
So the lieutenant has... I don't think it's a standard bolt pistol.
It's...
Oh, it is a standard bolt pistol. So, yeah, hits on 3s, reroll 1s. Wounds on 3s, reroll 1s. Pretty standard bolt pistol. Hits.
And now to see if it wounds. I got it right that time.
Nope. Doesn't even get a reroll. Captain.
I'm stand.
The captain can shoot his auto bolt rifle. He has 3 shots with that.
I'm going to do that because I like more...
Actually, no. I've just realised I'm slightly catching up. I can fall back and shoot. You can't. So your apothecary can't shoot. Your captain can't shoot. Your ancient can't shoot. Your hellblasters can't shoot.
5 boys.
But they can, and your lieutenant could have, but he's just failed.
Aww.
So you can shoot your 10 shots from your squad though, Adam, if you want to.
3, 4, 5. I'm going to do that because I want him not alive.
Go for it. 10 shots, sitting on 3s. Are you within 6 of the captain? No, you're not, and you're not within range of the lieutenant either.
So no rerolls?
No, so 3s to hit, 3s to
I'm
win.
to be honest, he's dead. Watch me fail all this. 3 misses.
How many shots did you roll?
10.
Okay.
Have I got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so 4 misses.
Wait, I only rolled 9. Oh well.
3s. Move that tape measure. There you go. 5 wounds. I need 5 3-ups. It is possible.
But is it probable?
Oh, so close.
I'm glad he's dead because he was mean. Bad, mean boy.
That's the solitaire dead.
He's no longer in range to give him the final shot though. Or is it within 6, in which case he is in range?
What do you mean?
Kill
It's only relevant if I shoot at them.
I know.
I'm not going to shoot at them.
Why?
Because I don't need to shoot at them.
Yes, you do.
I just need to stop them shooting me. There's a difference.
Shoot at them, please.
So what's
Shoot
the
at them.
what's the chaplain shooting at? 'Cause he's
Shoot
the
at
only thing
them.
that can shoot. Okay?
Those guys can shoot.
No, they're advanced.
Oh.
They can't shoot. The Harlequins can move, advance, shoot, charge, and do whatever they feel like. You can't.
Naughty.
The Harlequins ignore large parts of the core rules. Getting on.
Sounds like that one kid you know.
I think the chaplain only hits on 3s from memory.
You know that one guy that
He
ignored all
does.
the
So
rules?
so if he's going to shoot the infantry, he's hitting on 3s. If he's shooting at the vehicle, he's hitting on 4s.
I'm gonna be honest, I think it's better to shoot the vehicle. No. I don't think that's how that works.
The vehicle is obviously harder for you to hurt.
Yeah, because it's made of metal and those guys are wearing cloaks.
Yeah.
Because if I shoot the vehicle, it has a chance of exploding
No.
and hurting my...
You've only got 1 damage on your pistol. You can't blow me up.
Oh yeah, so...
You could throw a grenade at me and have a go, but even that's only D3 damage.
I might throw a grenade at those guys.
Well, yeah, D6 throw a grenade if you want to.
Alright, I'll do that.
How many shots?
1.
Go for it.
I might re-roll that.
Why?
That's a good question, I won't.
Roll a hit. Hits on 3s.
5.
Wounds on 4s because you're strength 3 and I'm toughness 3.
Hey!
4 up invulnerable.
Oh,
1 dies.
hooray! Oh, they only have 1 wound.
Yeah,
That's nice.
they're only 1 wound each.
As opposed to my Space Marines, who die in 2 hits but still die a lot.
Nowhere near fast enough at the moment. Okay, assault phase.
I didn't even use a Pointy Hammer.
Not yet.
What do you mean not yet?
The assault phase. Who wants to charge where? They can't charge because they fell back.
That's true. These
They
guys
can charge.
charge that.
If you want to, I'll overwatch you first. Quick, come on.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, I'm going to overwatch you. Shuriken cannons. Nothing. Roll your 2d6 and see what range you get.
I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm gonna make it.
Well, you need to get to the base, not to the hull of the vehicle, remember?
So to get a...
So you're going to need probably a 7 or so, I
Which
would
is the
suggest.
most common thing on a dice, but I'm not gonna get it.
7. Should be enough. So measure... Grab the measure you take. Measure out your 7 inches, should be plenty.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So close to within 1. And then the rest of them, you can't just shove them around because you can only fight if you're within 1 inch of someone else. And because you've bottlenecked yourself, you're going to have one who can't fight at the back. Okay, next thing. Who's charging what?
He's gonna charge those guys.
I'm going to throw a grenade at him and then shoot 2 fusion pistols at him for
He has a
Overwatch.
skull for a
Grenade.
face.
3 shots.
Oh, how did you get so many shots for a
I
grenade?
hit with 1 grenade. I wound with a grenade. -1. So it's just 4s. Take a wound.
Damn, this guy.
He's down to 3 wounds because bizarrely he has less wounds than an apothecary. 2 fusion pistols. 6s.
I mean, an apothecary sort of needs to be tough so he can heal everyone else.
2d6 charge range. Roll your 2d6 and see how far he charges. 7. So now, what you can do, instead of just coming straight ahead, you can actually come around this side, so that later on, if you live, you're
What do
actually...
you mean if?
It's a big if. It'll give you an opportunity to come further this way if you want to. So, 7 inches of movement without this base and bring to there. Alright, the only other thing that can charge now is the lieutenant if he wants to.
Yes.
What's he charging? The vehicle, or the infantry?
The...
You can declare against multiple things,
But then multiple things get to overwatch.
but once I'm in combat I can't overwatch you. So that vehicle's not overwatching and they're not overwatching.
Oh, it's like me just move into that.
Well no, you have to roll your distance. So the reason you declare multiple targets is so that if you fail, say you really want to get to them and you roll a 3,
I'll
you
declare
can still go there.
those two.
Okay, so roll your 2 dice. So things like that
Yeah.
means you're still going to make combat. So now you just tuck him in within 1 inch of my base. There we go. Where would you like to fight first? You've got 3 units that can fight, and I can't interrupt you because I have no command points left. So where are you going to fight first?
Got my squad of 5 boys.
So only 4 of them are going to get to fight.
Oh yeah, because that guy's not in properly.
So there's going to be 2 attacks each. So there's 8 attacks, but your sergeant gets an extra 1. So it's 9 attacks in total.
Yeah, that's 9 dice. I'm making sure this
They
time.
are-
1, 2, 3, 4.
They are within range of the captain.
7, 8, 9. Yeah.
So they are going to get reroll 1s now.
Oh, that's good.
To hit. So 3 is rerolling 1.
Yep.
So 8 hits.
Yep.
Strength 4 versus toughness 5.
I
So it's
realize. Oh no.
5's to win rerolling 1s.
Oh wait, never mind.
Oh wow,
Yep.
5s can you roll?
Yep. No,
5s, not
no.
4s.
Yeah.
There's another 4 there.
Where? Oh. Where? Oh.
I take 1 damage.
You kidding me?
Nope.
He's on 3 now.
Your lieutenant can fight now.
So use. Never mind. There's no point using the power sword.
Well, the power sword's 6 on up, doesn't it?
I'm still gonna use it.
Yeah. So he's 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s, rerolling. Oh no, he's hitting on 2s, sorry, because he's a lieutenant. So he's 2s, and because of the captain, reroll 1s. No, doesn't need it. And then 5s, reroll 1s. 1. I take 1 damage.
So like 5 guys going is not as good as this one guy going with a sword.
Well, he's a better combatant. He hits more accurately and hits with a better weapon.
I suppose that's why he's.
Chaplain next. 4 attacks with him.
Yeah, why would you like that?
Hitting on 2s. Everything hits. His craziest is strength 5. Yep.
What's a crow's-ears? You're talking
His-
about the wacky bat of destiny.
His wacky bat of destiny. So he's wounding on 3s. Three of them?
No, that's a 2.
Yeah, but there's 3 wounds there.
Yeah.
4 up invulnerable. 2 die.
Oh, that's good. I mean, oh no, not those guys.
So everyone of yours is fought.
Oh no, you're gonna
So I'm going to fight.
blow me up now.
Pile in. Harlequins kiss.
And he's dead.
Hits 3 times. Doesn't wound.
He's not dead!
He's not dead.
Oh, I like when that happens.
The vehicle is going to attack the lieutenant. Gets 1 wound on the lieutenant. He gets his normal armor save though. He's good.
6.
Cool. So you're going to score 1 point over there,
Oh, that's nice.
but that's all you're going to score.
You're also scoring 1 point.
No, because it's done at the end of my turn.
That is correct.
My turn 3. So turn 2, I'm out of command points. That just I burnt through mine really rapidly.
I've still got 6.
You still have 6.
Yeah. What's the thing above that meant to be?
0. So it's your double-digit command points.
Oh,
So if it was a sort of 1 and a 6 is 16.
I get it now.
Yeah. Okay.
How many?
It's
Never mind.
easy to get double-digit command points in high points buddy games. I would be
I
expecting.
realise that now.
I'd expect you to roll in at 12 to 15 command points at 2,000 points.
That's
For
a lot.
a
Yeah.
standard Imperial army, that's what I'd expect. All right, let's do some disembarking.
What could get the most command points?
Depends on how many brigades and battalions you can run. Some armies can do it really
I
cheaply.
saw one type that had like 9 command points for one thing. I think it was a brigade.
Okay, so we're all going to jump out of our vehicle.
Oh man, now I can't blow it up and kill them all.
No, it's almost like I knew that was coming.
Fiddlesticks.
These ones are all going to jump out as well.
Oh, you're gonna overwhelm my boy, my
Oh no, I don't care about him.
skullhead man.
No, I don't care about him.
I remembered his name, I just
Chaplain.
didn't say it. I said I remembered it,
Okay.
I just didn't say it.
So this is going to advance.
To the... Who's got more points at the moment?
Well, I want to hold that one.
I know, but who has more?
You're winning at the moment.
Oh, I like when that happens. Hasn't happened yet, but it's going to.
He's going to stay there. He's actually going to move to there. Now look at it.
To get nines down.
Shercia,
Oh, those guys, sneaky little goblins.
Death Jester, Great Harlequin.
I'm just gonna take a seat.
Okay. The lone single Harlequin first of all has to take morale at the end of
Oh
your
yeah,
turn.
because half his friends, all his friends are dead.
Now, there were only 3 when you charged me. No, there were 4 at the start of that turn. So I lost 3 that turn.
I think he's gonna run away.
No, 2 died in the explosion, which was your turn as well.
Oh yeah.
So 5 dead that turn, plus 4 is what I've just rolled. I think they're in leadership 8, which means I will lose him. They are leadership 8, so he dies. If I rolled lower, I had a plan for him.
What was that plan?
I would have fallen back, jumped over your own dudes, and then stood about there with a fusion pistol.
Aimed at the apothecary's
Aimed
head.
at the apothecary's head.
The apothecary hasn't even done anything the whole time.
No, but he's the warlord. He's worth points to me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I could have... Never mind.
So...
Wait, can I...
You grab that, take it away. So now I'm going to move some Harlequins.
Just gotta have a quick look at the apothecary's data sheet.
Wait, fusion pistols. They got fusion pistols.
Oh, wow. Never mind. This is going up here until a model tries to go up there. Which doesn't make much sense, but I don't really care that much. If my Space Marines can climb on top of this tower, they're gonna. How did you make it halfway up the tower? You like blue tack them to the side or something?
No, there are rules on how you can and can't move around those sorts of things. Okay. This is the all or nothing component of a Harlequin game. Psychic.
Oh.
We're going to go Shards of Light at the captain, who's now the closest.
Oh.
I fail it.
Oh, never mind.
I'm now going to smite the captain. That's an 11 smite. That's a super smite. So 11 or higher on 2 dice when casting smite is, instead of D3 mortal wounds, it's D6 mortal wounds.
Top
So
10 anime moments right before disaster.
he takes 4 damage.
Wait, how much does he have?
The captain, 6, I'm going to bet.
Primaris Chaplain, Insect Squad, that's a really good. Primaris Ancient, Prevent Dreadnought, Hellbox Squad, Primaris Lieutenant, Primaris Captain. Wound 6, he's
So
on 2.
he's on 2 from that psychic
That
attack.
looks like a very sharp dice.
It's a casino dice from Vegas.
I don't know what that means.
Casino dice are always square edged,
Why?
to do with how they roll.
They roll different?
Yeah. They're actually more accurate. It's also why they're printed on rather than depressed. They're smooth. It's because obviously putting depressions in the dice changes the way they roll.
Wouldn't it be equal if you put a 6 on one side and a 1?
Well,
So
no,
on each
because-
side 7?
Well, no, because the side on the one's got less weight on it. Oh, sorry, it's got more weight on it than the side that has 6 on, because there's more holes drawn in it. Anyway, that's my psychic phase done, because I've only got those 2 powers. Shooting. I'm going to fire my grenade launcher at him. Actually, what's his leadership?
His leadership,
9?
what does it say? Oh, yeah, 9.
What the hell? 2's to hit. Hits.
You're gonna knock out my poor captain. He looks so nice. He was,
If I roll a 9 or higher, he takes D3 mortal wounds.
he was the one that you gave
Oh.
me when you went to...
He takes no mortal wounds. Moving on.
Oh, that's good. You went somewhere, and then you brought him back.
I'm going to shoot the shuriken cannons from here at the chaplain, because he's the closest. It is -1 because I advanced, but it's an assault weapon, so I still get to shoot it even though I advanced. 4 hits, winning on 3s. So 3 normal saves for the chaplain, 3+.
He's about to die.
No, he's fine. See? Second vehicle, same thing at him. 3s again. So that one's 3+, and those 2 are 4+, because you're going to have to use your res areas.
3+? Plus?
3+. Fine, and then 2 at 4+.
Guarantee I'm gonna get freeze now, but then with What did I say?
He's on 1. Alright, I'm going to fire his shuriken pistol at the chaplain.
Poor chap. Lun.
Hits. Wounds, normal armor on the chaplain. 3+.
Watch him die right now.
He's fine. The Death Jester's going to shoot him.
Oh, did you just want this man dead?
2s. Alright, 2 normal armor. 2 3-ups.
There's no way he's surviving this.
He's taken a lot of hits. He should.
Like Adrak Saga
Statistically speaking, he deserves to be in the ground by now.
You've only killed like 5 of my guys with a
I killed
dreadnought.
nothing.
Nah, he's dead.
He dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yay!
He's going into the corpse pile.
Well, that's an important thing because
Oh, you can have this big toss back.
litany's being a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Like
now
an airplane.
my dark troop. I'm gonna fire the closest 2 fusion pistols at the apothecary.
Wait. Yeah,
He's the
no,
closest.
I'm close.
Then I'm going to fire 2 shuriken pistols at the ancient, and then 1 shuriken pistol and 1 grenade at the captain. So 2 at the ancient, 2 hits.
You mean the apothecary?
No, the ancient, no wounds. 2 fusion pistols at the apothecary,
I think this is...
2 hits.
Wait, I gotta check his rules real quick.
What do you need to know?
About his Necrothian.
It's not going to save you from me shooting you in the face with a fusion gun.
Alright. I was just seeing if he could heal himself.
But he is toughness 6, so I'm only running on 3s, not 2s.
What about the thing with the Warlord?
That's what I'm saying, he's toughness 6, not toughness 4. So that's a wound. It's neg 4, so there's no armour for you, and because I'm within 3 inches, it's 2d6, pick the highest for damage. Takes 6 wounds. Melt!
He didn't even get to heal anyone.
That's Warlord.
Oh, who's your Warlord?
He's right there.
He's about to be dead.
And then the shuriken pistol at him hits, doesn't wound, and then the grenades at him. 6 of them. 4 hits, no wounds. That's annoying. This squad. I've got 1 fusion pistol and 1 shuriken pistol that can shoot him, and the grenades will shoot him. And then those 3 will have to go into the Hellblasters.
Oh, I can't even heal my Hellblasters like I was gonna.
No.
Because you knocked out my cool dude.
Alright, so at the lieutenant, shuriken pistol hits, wounds the lieutenant at neg 3. So he needs a 6 to not take a wound.
Oh.
I think they've only got 4 wounds to start, don't they? Do you want to check how many wounds your lieutenant has? Grenade at the lieutenant, 5 of them. Everything hits. Ooh.
Primaris. Lieutenants.
4 wounds?
5.
5.
5 W.
Okay. So he's on 4 at the moment. He's got to take 3 more saves at neg 1 from my grenades. 3 more at neg 1.
So 5.
No, 4s. So he takes another wound.
Wait, do I get to reroll ones?
No, this is saving throws, not.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
And now the fusion pistol. It's 2s to wound. Wounds, neg 4, so there's no saving throw for you. And because I'm within 3, it's 2d6, pick the highest. He takes 3 damage.
Why you gotta be so
And melts.
mean?
Melt!
You're just killing all my good guys.
Your captain avoided the catastrophe, but that's okay.
And I like my apothecary, he looks really cool.
Alright, 2 shuriken pistols at the Hellblasters.
He's got jeans
2
and
hits.
everything.
4s, nothing. Fusion pistol at the Hellblasters. Misses.
Lost in Hellblaster.
That's all of my shooting.
We've got that done.
No, they both fired at the chaplain. He
Oh, yeah,
fired at
sorry.
chaplain, he fired at chaplain, he fired at captain, they fired, that's all my guns.
Can I split up the Hellblaster's fire?
I get to charge you.
I'm talking about it in my turn.
Yes, you can.
Never mind, because it's a character and it's...
Okay, so my Great Harlequin is charging your captain. overwatch me.
Alright, that's 3 shots.
Yep.
Because of his
Auto bolt rifle.
Big gun of destiny.
Yep. 1 hit. 1 hit. Reroll ones because of himself. He inspires himself to shoot better. So just 1 hit. Winning on 3s, because I'm still a toughness 3 Harlequin.
He thinks he's so cool that he's just like, I'm gonna be so cool today.
It doesn't wound me, and the lieutenant's dead, so there's no rerolls available.
There is if I spend a command point.
There is if you want to.
Get how many health does he have?
5. So you're not killing me with it.
How much damage does it do?
2.
No, I'll give it a go.
Okay, 1 command point. 5 remaining, go for it, need a 3. Yes. Okay, 4 up invulnerable.
No, oh wait, yes.
I take 2 damage. I'm on 3. My charge range is 6, because that's what I rolled. Hey, ninja, ninja, ninja.
Shavinja the ninja.
Okay.
So is it reroll hits or reroll wounds?
For who?
Him.
He gets reroll 1s to hit.
Yes.
You do.
Reroll hits.
It's reroll 1s.
Yes.
Yeah.
To hit.
So my dark troop, this troop, are going to charge the ancient.
I gotta check something real quick.
Yeah, just the ancient. You need to know.
Alright.
No. So ancient can overwatch me. Is he going to throw a grenade or shoot his gun?
Which would be more effective in this situation?
Probably the grenades, but it's random. It's 2 shots compared to D6.
Okay. I shall roll.
So 1 dice, or are you going to shoot the bolt rifle?
I'll do the grenade.
Okay. 3 shots with a grenade. Hitting on 6s.
That was nice.
Well, it's an extra shot you didn't get, so... No. I can't really fail this charge, but I'll roll it anyway.
I'd say you got it.
Well, it's important again, because what it's going to let me do is come past you.
Cries an ancient.
Alright, this is the risky one. These 6 charge your intercessor squad. Just your intercessors.
Oh, because you don't want to charge the hell
No, because then they get to shoot, whereas this way I can hopefully consolidate in and stop them shooting.
Are you sure you don't want to shoot the hell
I'm
blasters?
sure I don't want to shoot the
Are
hellblasters.
you 100%
I'm not shooting the hellblasters, roll your overwatch.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. What are you going to do? You're going to throw a grenade and shoot 4 guns?
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. I'll
Cool.
do the grenade first.
Grenade first. 5 shots with the grenade.
That was pretty good.
Hitting on 6s. Rerolling 1s because the captain is still within 6.
Captain's so cool.
No. And you got 8 bolt rifle shots because you're in rapid fire range and there's 4 of them.
How's the blue dice, by the way?
You need to stop dropping dice. You are shocking for this. Stand up and roll them in the centre of the table. 2 hits and a reroll there. 3 hit. No, 2 hits. 6 is to hit because we were on Overwatch. I got excited for you for a second there. Winning on 3s. No rerolls though because your lieutenant's a molten slag of puddle.
He is not a
He is a puddle. I melted him. 2 wounds. 4 up involved.
That was double 6.
Double 6 to wound, double 6 to dodge.
The odds of that
Pretty low. My charge range is 10 inches. And then we're going to... you know what? We're going to take a gamble. We're going to throw all in on that squad and see if we can murder them. Now, you've still got command points to interrupt me. And that's a problem. Because I don't actually have to pick and choose who fights where. So, I'm going to start with my Grey Harlequin. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. 5 hits. Winning on 4s with 4 rerolls. So, 4 invulnerable saves for you with your Iron Halo.
Ooh,
4 plus. For every one you fail, it's D3 damage. You fail 2.
I'm going to re-roll this.
You can reroll one of them.
I'm gonna
So you're
reroll
going to spend a
one.
command point now.
I
So
got
only one gets through. D3 damage. I kill you 66% of the time.
So that one name. I like those.
Oh, god damn it.
You know that Skeletor thing Ava did?
Yes. Another one from my damage roll. Yay. Did you want to spend command points to interrupt me, or are you going to be letting me fight?
With whom?
Well, no, you have to. So the 2 command point interrupt stratagem means that after I fought with a unit, you can spend 2 command points to fight with something before I pick my next unit. If you choose not to, I'm just going to pick another unit. If you choose to, then you get to fight with something else. Now, to give you a piece of advice, he's going to get to fight now regardless. Because he's not dead, and I've got no command points left, so he's definitely going to get to fight. So the question is, do you want the Ancient to fight, or them to fight, before I get to do any harm to them?
How much? Well, those guys haven't taken any.
No, so the Ancient's going to have 4 attacks. If you're going to do it, the biggest squad has way more attacks, because there are 11 attacks compared to 4 at the same profile. So logically, to get the most out of those command points, you'd use it on the squad, but that's up to you.
How many command points do I have?
4.
And how many is
It's 2 to interrupt.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be able to fight with them anyway, but how many
Yeah.
attacks do they have?
That squad that's fighting you,
Yeah.
24.
How many do these guys have?
11. I'm about to throw a lot of dice at you, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to need all those dice back, to be honest. Depending on what you're rolling. Do you want a command point or not? Do you want to fight?
Sure.
Cool. Who's fighting? It's cool. Grab 11 dice. I think you are still in 6. You sure? So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
That was a good roll.
Oh, I just realised I forgot to charge. Oh well.
We forgot litanies. Oh, wait.
Yeah, but this was actually important because if I'd actually managed to get that Shadow Seed down in combat, she has a 6-inch aura, which makes me harder to hurt. So I forgot to charge. That's okay, it's my fault. So that's hits. How many hits you got there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So 10 hits out of 11 attacks. Pretty good.
10.
Winning on
I knocked
3s.
myself all over.
But
No rerolls
no rerolls
because my
because you
lieutenant died.
Lieutenant Squidgy.
He's still inspiring, I swear.
Yeah, he's inspiring as a pool of goo. What's that? 7 wounds?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
4s.
Oh no!
That is the whole squad dead.
All of them.
Yep, 6
What?
fails.
That was nice.
I failed 6 out of 7 4+ saves. That's what happens. That was totally worth 2 command points. So, I do need all those other dice now for your Ancient. Who's going to have a bad day?
No. The Ancient will
One of
inspire
those as well.
himself.
Like I
get
genuinely,
one
I actually
last shot
genuinely
in.
need all of them. 1,
Can he
2,
inspire himself?
3, you have to look at his rules. 4,
I shall do that, because I hope he
5,
can.
6.
Primaris, nope, that's a picture.
Okay, so I've got one dude with just a sword in there. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Oh, never mind.
3 hits, wounding on 5s with rerolls. The Ancient has to take 1 save to start with.
It says, any friendly chapter ancients. When a chapter infantry or chapter biker model is within...
Yes, he will get to do his thing, because he meets all the criteria.
Because he
So
is...
he inspires himself to do one last thing before he dies.
Like he
One
looks at the
save.
banner and goes, oh, that's pretty good.
One normal save to start from just my normal...
You took all the dice.
One normal save. This is just a sword. This is a normal weapon that I'm just poking you with. So he takes a wound. How many wounds has he got?
I'm on his page 5.
So he's on 4 now. I'm going to go 3 Harlequins kisses now.
Oh.
3 rerolling 1s.
How many dice do you...
A lot. There's a lot of misses there though. And 4s, rerolling everything. He can now take 5 more saves at -1. He fails 1. So he's going to take 3 damage. Now my Harlequin's caresses. I'm literally going to...
Yeah, he's dead.
I'm going to gently touch his face. We're rolling 1s for my green Harlequin. And wounding on 3s because he's a strength of 5. So he's got another 7 saves to make it -2. So he dies a very horrible death. Now on a 4+, he inspires himself to do one last thing, remember?
Oh, yes.
He is inspired to fight. I think he only gets 1 attack, I believe is what it says.
1 attack. Wait. You can either shoot with ranged weapons as a shooting phase, or melee weapons.
It's 1 attack with a melee weapon, isn't it? So he has to fight with a melee weapon because I'm in combat with him.
No, it says
he can't shoot.
This model can either shoot with one of his ranged
weapons.
weapons.
Yeah, but you're not eligible to shoot because you're within 1 inch of an enemy.
No. Oh, wait, what?
You can't shoot if you're in combat.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. I'm telling you it does matter.
It does?
Well, yeah, if you're in combat, it's shooting as if it is the shooting phase means all the rules for the shooting phase apply. And if you're in the shooting phase and within 1 inch of an enemy, you can't shoot.
Oh, okay.
So you can fight. And it's only 1 attack. So 3s, rerolling 1s because you're out of range of the captain. Hits, and then 3s with no reroll. Nope, now he dies. Now I'm going to do my consolidate move.
Oh no. Sure you don't want to move into that?
And I've got a 6-inch consolidate.
What happens if I kill everything except for your 2 tanks?
It's bad for me. You know what? I am going to do it. I'm going to tag the Hellblasters as well.
Oh, they get fire overwatch now.
Well, no, they get to fire overwatch, but they will get a fight.
Darned.
Okay, so can you stop losing my dice off the table, please?
I'm not losing your dice. I know exactly where they go.
Stop letting you use them a minute. So your captain gets to fight, and your Hellblasters will now get to fight.
Captain.
Go for it.
Captain, what's his face? Initial name?
5 attacks. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Because he inspires himself to be awesome. Now he's winning on 3s with no rerolls. And he gets 1 wound, which I don't save. Because it's my dice, and they don't like me. And your Hellblasters now get their 11 attacks. However, there are no rerolls for them, because they are now more than 6 inches away.
I don't have enough dice here. 2 more.
Finally got some misses.
2.
2s miss as well. Now winning on 3s. 2. See, this is what should have happened last time, not wipe a squad.
Yeah.
And I saved both of them. So we've gone from wipe a squad out to nothing. And with Harlequin army, this is what the game is. If you can roll 4s, you win. If you can't roll 4s, you lose. So the Harlequins are a coin toss army. They're not a great... there's a reason Space Marines are so good competitively at the moment is partly because of their book, but also because they're really reliable in what they do. You kind of know how they're going to respond in most scenarios. When you throw Harlequins in the mix, they become a really random sort of entity, and they'll either win big or lose big. He's on 1. So, that's the end of my turn 3. I'm going to score Slay the Warlord this turn, and 2 objectives.
I get 1.
Well, not yet. Your turn 3.
Movement.
Yep.
I'm going to make those guys walk over there.
Are they going to move normally, or are they going to advance?
What's the measure?
That's 6 inches. That's not going to get them within 3, you're going to have to advance.
Yeah.
And hope you roll a decent number. Or command point it.
I will roll a d6.
Just roll 1 dice. 1 dice. It's advancing. So total is 11 inches of movement. Keep going, you've got plenty more range.
I'm just...
Now if you string them out carefully, you should be able to keep them within 2 of both of them. But you have to be within 2 of each other, remember? So this is the maximum gap you're allowed to have between them. You've got the movement to do it. Okay.
Yes.
That's now legal. Now, everyone else is in combat, so if you want to do anything, you can either stay fighting or you can fall back. It's up to you.
No, I'm good.
Okay. No one's shooting them, although does your captain have a pistol? And does
Yes.
any of those guys have a pistol?
They all have pistols.
Are you sure?
Captain has Hellblaster Squad, bolt pistol, plasma incinerator.
Okay, so everyone's going to have pistols. So you can actually shoot the pistols in the shooting phase because you're within 1.
Yes.
So you're going to have 1 bolt pistol shot here that you can take. Go for it. Try rolling it in the middle of the table, away from the edge. Misses, but he really inspires himself.
He thinks he's so cool.
He does hit the second time round. Wounding on 3s. Strength 4, toughness 3. He doesn't wound though.
I fell.
You've now got 5.
Wait, how many?
I've got 2 wounds left and
Wait,
it's only
what's-
1 damage.
Oh,
You're going to strike first anyway in combat.
Yeah.
You've got 5 bolt pistols from the intercessor squad that are within 1 of an enemy, so you can shoot all of their bolt pistols.
Is that 1 or 2 dice?
It's only 1 each. Because they're pistol 1.
I keep dropping the dice.
Stop
I'm
doing
really
that.
bad at it.
So 4 hits. And 3s to wound. All of them wound.
That was nice.
I lose 1 dude.
4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
That one. So now you've only got 2 Hellblasters so you can shoot their pistols because I've just removed the dude who was letting you in range. 1 hit. 1 wound. I save it. Cool, that's the shooting phase done. Combat. Where would you like to go first?
Punch him.
Okay, 5 attacks. Now bear in mind, just before you roll dice and declare that, this is now alternating, because no one charged, which means you pick a unit and fight, then I pick a unit and fight. And we take turns back and forth. So is it more important for your captain to kill my warlord? Because if you do that, then my other Harlequin squad is going to fight before anyone else does.
Well, I mean, I get the Slayer the Warlord for killing him,
You do.
and you're going to kill him, so I won't be able to kill him after
Exactly.
that. So yes.
I'm just letting you know your choices, that's all. That's too many dice, but they all hit, so it doesn't matter. So take one of them away.
It's too many.
They still all
dice.
hit, so that's fine. 5 hits, 3s to wound. 4?
That one was on.
4 wounds. So as long as I can pass 3 of these 4 ups, we're in business. Ah, no, dead. That's my great Harlequin dead. Which is a victory point for you.
Hurrah!
And you're going to get 2 more because there's nothing I can do to stop you at the moment.
Wait, how many victory points on who's on the most?
5 to 7 in your favour.
Ooh, I like those odds.
Okay, I'm going to fight now with my Harlequin squad against your...
Intercessors.
Yeah, might as well be. 1, 2, 3 Harlequin's kiss. No rerolls anymore because you killed my character. One, 2, 3, 4 wounds at -1 from the Harlequin's kisses. 3 fails. So the first guy takes 1 damage, the second one is 3 damage. So I killed 2 intercessors in total.
I choose
Then the 2 caresses fight.
you and you.
4 more saves at -2. So 5 you're looking for. 1 wound. Because you can roll saves. So
What do you mean?
well, you shouldn't, like I should have killed at least 1 intercessor then, and you've rolled 3 6s and a 1.
I like rolling 6s.
Okay, who's going to fight now? Your intercessors?
Yes.
Go for it. 7 attacks, 2 each plus 3 for the sergeant. 3s, and I think you're still in range for reroll 1s.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
So 3s reroll 1s. And 3s with no reroll. 3.
Yes.
All saved. Now with the Hellblasters, when you activate them to fight, you actually want to take them off this base. Because what you can do is go, cool, I'm going to try and get as many ranges to fight as I possibly can. As cool as having this base is, it becomes not practical for combat. And the reason you want to do it that way is because you're now within 6 to get the rerolls with the Hellblaster. So now you're going to get your full 11 attacks. Come on.
What are the people on the live saying? Are they saying I'm winning?
I don't think there's only a couple of them watching at the moment. We've been going for 2 hours.
That's a joke.
I'm winning on 3s. That 2 doesn't hit. Why is there a 2 in there?
Oh, that's the 2. I thought it was a 3. I took out the other 2 2s.
There's a cock dice there. So 4 wounds. I failed 2. So I'm going to lose him and him.
Is that the sergeant of the squad, like the leader?
No, I don't have sergeants in my squads.
Oh.
So, into the fight phase. I haven't lost enough models to fail leadership. You haven't lost enough models to fail leadership. My turn 4.
See, I'm going to have to bring those guys down.
Yeah, so that's okay.
Gotta sort of.
We're going to make this as hard as possible for you to get him with those bolt rifles. He's undamaged, so he's actually okay where he is. The Death Chest is actually going to embark.
So he's just hopping on. Can I shoot him off the top?
No.
Oh.
He's much safer there.
Well, I'm not going to blow it up.
She's going to move down to there.
I'm going to sit down. I'm going to get my legs are getting tired.
Psychic phase. She's going to cast Smite.
Oh, I thought I killed the sidekick.
Smite, it's another 11, which is d6 wounds on the captain. The captain takes 3 more wounds and his head explodes. She's now going to cast Shards of Light at the Intercessor squad. Goes off. The Intercessor squad takes 3 mortal wounds. So that kills him and then one other dude. As she explodes their heads as well.
Not my dude, bro.
Now she, in the shooting phase, is going to shoot her grenade launcher at the big squad of Intercessors.
Oh.
She rolls a 1 and misses though.
He like whizzes past from their head. What was that, brother?
Show me the
I don't
television.
know, brother.
Well, it's a hallucinogen grenade. It basically makes you fight each other. Okay, so their guns are in range. His guns aren't. Okay. So, I'm going to start with the vehicle at that squad. Yeah. 3 misses out of 6 shots. No wounds. The Death Jester will... He's going to use his Shriek around at them.
He can still shoot even though he's riding on the...
He misses anyway.
I guess he can't shoot.
No, he can't shoot. Apparently my shooting phase is terrible this time. The squad in combat are going to shoot their pistols.
Oh, I forgot about that dude.
So I've got 1 fusion pistol here, who is having to shoot Intercessors.
None of
And-
my Hellblasters have died.
And the
No.
other 2 are going into the Hellblasters. So Intercessor Sergeant lives.
I think the Hellblaster shot 1 time.
The Hellblaster's Shuriken hits, doesn't wound, and the fusion hits, wounds, and does 3 damage to 1 Hellblaster.
Oh, one of them's dead.
He melts. -4, so he
Wait,
dies.
which one should I remove? This one.
Charge phase. The Shadow Seer charges both squads, the Hellblasters and the intercessors and rolls a double 6 for her charge range. So she's going to go in there.
How many wounds does she have?
5.
I hate that. Everyone else has 1. Why do your characters have to be special?
She only has 3 attacks though. She's going to declare them all at the intercessor sergeant. She hits with all of them. She is strength 5, so she's winning on 3s. She gets 3 wounds at -1. So 3 saves at -1 for the sergeant. Fails one of them. He takes 2 wounds and he's killed. From my missed save.
Oh, that's the whole squad of them. Damn, bro, you got the whole squad dead.
Now, that's the charge component done. Now the regular units, and my Harlequins now pile in and fight.
This game was looking up earlier.
Look, it's a real mixed bag, isn't it?
That was before half my army died.
1 Harlequin's kiss. Only gets 1 hit. 1 wound with a Harlequin's kiss on the Hellblasters at -1. And the caresses. That's a 2 as well. 3 wounds at -2. So 1 more Hellblaster dies.
Oh,
Cool. Hellblasters get to fight back now.
I'm going to try to punch her.
Yep, so 2 of them can definitely punch her,
Yes.
and 1 can punch the squad.
One of them's the sergeant.
Okay, so 5 attacks on her. Hitting on 3s.
Not rerolling ones.
No rerolls because Captain's dead. Winning on 3? No, you're winning on 4s because of her aura. Her shield from harm aura. So instead of strength 4 versus toughness 3, normally it's 3s, but you take -1 to your roll, so it's 4s. Doesn't matter. I take 3 because I suck at rolling saves. I take 3 damage. And 1 dude against the Harlequins. 1 hit. 4s. No. No morale required for anyone. I scored 2 points for my 2 objectives.
As do
Your turn 4.
Hmm.
Now the interesting part now is your Hellblasters can't fall back.
Oh,
Because
people in the way.
Because I've locked you into combat with those Harlequins, you can't move through my models, and your base can't move between them freely. So
No.
you can obviously move and shoot that squad now. And at 30 inches of range, you're going to be in range of both of them to shoot.
Alright, I'm going to shoot.
But you've only got 2 who can see this one. It is only on 2 wounds though.
I will shoot. How many of them can see that one?
You're also now an assault doctrine.
Oh.
Not that it matters.
I'm going to shoot. How many of them can I shoot?
2 can see that one,
Then I'll shoot 2 at that
and then
one.
the other 6 can shoot that one.
Right, so that's 4. Wait, 3 because it's sergeant.
No, these are just shots, remember? You don't get extra attacks in shooting,
yeah.
you only get them in combat.
So that's 4.
No. You're over half range, so you're only shooting once with each dude. So it's literally 2 shots at this one. Hitting on 4s, because of my -1 to hit. Nothing. And then the other 6 over here. Fours.
2.
1 hit. Yeah, 1 hit. And wins on 5s. No. Combat. You attack my chick, or are you going to attack the squad?
Magical.
Okay.
The magical one.
5 attacks on my space wizard. 3s. How are you still hitting like that? And 4s because of my shield from harm. So it's 1 and then a cocked. 2. I need to pass at least 1 of these. And I don't.
Hurrah!
I cannot make saving throws. Your other 2 attacks on the Harlequin squad with your Hellblaster. Nothing. Harlequins fight back. Kiss. 4s, nothing. Caresses, 3s, 5 saves at -2. One damage. You take 1 damage because I can't wound you to save my life. So you score 2 points. And we go into my turn 5. Now.
What time is it? Oh.
Yeah, it's well past your bedtime. But that's okay, we're nearly done. So, he's going to disembark and move.
That's a long distance.
Well, it's a 3-inch disembark and then an 8-inch move.
Oh.
He's still in range there. That's okay. I actually think you win this. I don't think there's much I can do about it. No, I think you're going to win this. Like I say, I don't think there's anything I can do about that.
I guarantee you're wrong.
He's actually going to go to there, so that that's closer.
1 second.
We have to take a gamble and fall back. I'm going to hope that we can kill that squad and still charge the other squad.
No,
This is what Harlequins are all about. Those last-ditch moments of hope.
blowing up all your squads except for the flyers, which I said wouldn't happen, but looks like it's about to.
Okay.
With one
Psychic's nothing.
perfect intact because I blew it.
Shuriken round. Shriek around. 1 shot at the Hellblasters. He hits this time. He wounds this time. It is at -1, so 4+. If he failed that, he died. One guy dies, and then he explodes and does D3 damage to his mates.
Glad that didn't happen.
So now, this one's going to fire at them.
I've seen good rolls.
My dice don't like me tonight. Definitely not. The Harlequins are going to shoot their pistols at the Hellblasters. Shuriken pistol misses. 2 fusion pistols, both hit, both wound. So the one wounded guy is dead, and the second guy takes 3 damage and is dead as well.
Still got 1 Hellblaster.
Well, he's going to get shot by the last boat, who finally manages to get 6 hits out of 6 shots.
The sergeant managed to survive.
The sergeant's going to take 5 saves. No AP though. And he dies. There's his 2 fails. Excellent. Not much else I can do now. Harlequins charge.
Which ones?
Those 3 into the intercessors. Overwatch them.
Alright.
Nothing else I can do about it.
Right, those 2 are at half range.
Well, yeah, so you can have most of them at half range. 15 inches, remember?
Yeah.
So it's all of them. So there's 16 shots there. Because I haven't killed any of them.
I don't have enough dice.
How many would you need?
Well, I'm at 11.
There you go.
Gotta make sure it's the right amount. 1.
Sixes. 2.
Well, that was
3s.
Oh, never mind. Probably wasn't a 6 before. Oh, no.
1.
Sorry.
I die. Yeah, he's going to die. I'm going to make my charge range now. You 2 need to do some work. 5 inches, that's actually enough.
If only you had charged closer to that guy so
Yeah,
I could finally use the punny fist instead.
That's one of the reasons I'm all the way down here fighting.
I don't mind that much, I'm still at the objective.
Yeah, but if I do this right and then kill a couple.
I hope you don't. Because that would suck for me.
Alright, Harlequins versus Intercessors. Now, there we go. There's my dice coming back to form, with more misses again. So 3 saves at -2. So 5s. 3 dice, 5s. I kill 1 Intercessor and wound another. No, put that one back. He just takes a wound.
First one was quite
Now,
cool,
this
yeah.
is the fun bit. You can fight back, but you're only going to have 2 who can fight, because you have to try and maintain coherency. So the only way, you're either going to have 2 fight, or you're going to have to pull yourself off the objective.
I'll just have 2 fight.
Okay. So you get 4 attacks. Oh, of course you do. 4 hits. 3 to wound. 4 wounds, of course. Both die.
Oh, that's good. Now it's just this little punk who has to be killed. But he won't come close to me.
But that scores me 2 points, so I'm now on 9.
How does it score you points?
Because I'm still scoring those 2.
Oh.
And I am actually going to score Line Breaker if you don't kill him, because I'm in your deployment zone.
Aren't I in yours?
Nope, 12 inches. You're going to have to cross the barrier to get there.
I don't want to do that, given that I've got a squad.
So your turn 5. What would you like to do?
I'm going to stay where I am.
And just shoot?
Yes.
Okay.
That.
So 2 shots at that, and then 5 shots at the other one. 1 hit. Doesn't wound. 3, 4 hits on the other one. 5 to wound. 2. 2 saves. So you score 2 more points.
Lovely.
Turn 6. Like I said, I think you win this, so I don't think there's much I can do about it. But I'll move him to get a few more shots in. Yep. 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 Switch him just a little bit further forward, so it's further than the Death Jester.
Don't kill my shooty boys.
Okay, this one first. At them. Oh, actually, no, Death Jester first. Single shot. Because if I can, you got 1 on 1 wound.
Snipe him.
Well, yeah, if I can kill him, then he explodes and does D3 wounds to his mates. I hit. I don't wound. Because why would I? This guy.
He's about to be deaded.
No, you can't target him.
Why not?
Because he's not the closest. No, he's not going to be the closest. Oh, he might be for 1 or 2 of them, but not for all of them. So 1 at -3, so 1 for 6s, and then 3 more for 3s. Okay, I killed the wounded one.
Oh.
And now the third vehicle, this vehicle, sorry, this one, it's the last one. 3s, so 1 normal and 1 at -3. 1 wound, -3, kill another intercessor. Morale, you still can't fail. 6, oh no, you can. If you roll a 6, you fail. No, you could. Your turn 6.
That was my turn 6.
No, that was my turn 6.
Oh. I'll do no movement.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot my 5 guys, 2 of them at that, 3 of them at that.
24. Oh yeah, no, the vehicle's still closer. Two hits. Nothing, and the 2 shots at the other one. 1 hit. Nothing.
Alright.
Right, roll for this turn 7. Does the game go on?
What the...
On a 4+, I get turn 7. Alright, we get turn 7. So at the
You
moment,
sure we should do that?
well, at the moment, you're going to win by 1, but turn 7 isn't going to take any time anyway.
No one can really do anything.
Well, no, we're just going to exchange shots. So, this vehicle at the intercessors. Oh wow, 2 hits out of 6 shots.
Well, that's very good.
Well done. 2 saves though on the intercessors. 1 wound. Death Jester. Do I try and pop him? I try and make him explode.
Sure.
Sure, why not? Does he explode? I hit him. Oh, 1 save at 9, -3.
What?
6 is a -3 for me, so you need a 6 to save. No.
I'm gonna reroll that.
You do have a 6. You can reroll that.
I'm gonna reroll that.
You've still got a command point. Go for it. You need a 6. Oh, god damn it. Like, I've never had a shriek around do anything, and you've just denied me that at 10 o'clock at night. Last vehicle.
That was good. You're gonna shoot me again with it, aren't you?
It's this one. Only 1 more save. So he dies.
Not Mr. Watson.
Now, at this point in time, it doesn't matter what happens, that's game over.
Why?
I'm going to score 2 points, 1, 2, and then a third one for line breaker. So that puts me on 15.
What am I at?
You're in your turn 7, score 2 points. Brings us to 15. 15 all draw. The only thing that can change it, you can only get 1 shot at him, and he's on 2 damage, so you can't kill him. And their 3 shots can't kill him and can't kill him. So it doesn't matter what.
He's only got a pistol, hasn't he?
No, he's got a bolt rifle, but this has got 6 wounds,
Oh.
and he can't target him because he's not the closest. So you can't actually kill what's on the table. So it doesn't matter what you do in your turn 7. That ends in a 15 all draw. Well done. I've only got 3 models left.
I mean, I've got 3 and a cool dude.
You do. So that is the game. Do you want to just come over here for a minute, mate? Alright.
Move the camera.
Yeah, we're going to turn the camera. So, for those of you who've watched the entire 2 hours and 17 minutes, I'm just going to adjust this ever so slightly so we're not looking up at you weirdly. Thank you very much for... Are you on your tiptoes? You are too. Thank you for watching us and hanging out with us and watching the game. It's 2 hours from end to end isn't too bad for his 5th game or something, and he is getting faster. That's the closest you've come to winning. 15 all draw. You didn't lose. That's the first game you haven't lost. So that's pretty good.
Well, I won the first one.
What first one?
You want to show?
Oh, yeah, they're not against me. He's talking about the practice one at show. But that's the closest you've come to beating me. So,
Do it next time.
yeah. Oh, look, well, there's going to be plenty more of these live streams as we go through this isolation period. We'll probably up the points a little bit to allow Lachlan to field. You've got aggressors, inceptors, suppressors, other characters, a librarian, another dreadnought, a land speeder. If you paint those scouts, I'll undercoat them for you tomorrow. So he's got lots of other units he can bring in. The army's probably about 3,000 points of salamanders now, give or take. So we might up this to sort of 1,500, which will be the biggest game we played. And you've played 2 flavours of Eldar now. You've played my Harlequins and you've played my Craft World. Well, the 3rd flavour is Drakari, my Dark Eldar. And my Dark Eldar are probably my most tournament style list, so I'm deliberately not putting them on the table just yet. Because they are soul destroying a little bit, because they were built for tournaments.
You said at the start, not at the start, like halfway through, that they could use command points to make you reroll stuff.
Well, they can use command points to stop you using command points.
But do you still use them when they stop you?
Yeah, potentially. There's a dice roll for it. So Dark Eldar can be really fiddly like that. So yeah, we'll definitely have another game. We'll probably try and start earlier next time though, because it is quite late. But we might go to 1,200 or 1,500 for the next one and slowly work our way towards 2,000 as everyone's in isolation for the next few weeks. If you're working from home, we might even try one during daytime hours when you have us in the background while you're doing whatever work you should be doing. We hope you got some enjoyment out of watching us for the last 2 hours. Thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations on your first not loss. And we'll see you again soon. Bye guys.
Bye bye.